Production.
It's the weekly wrap up where we give you the news. Break it down bite size so it's easier to consume. Got Tachyon events and riddles the red room. Wasteland patrols and Monica's cosmic truth. All hail to the Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Dissecting your main hero, discussing which one is better. Last Avengers standing, exotic grind for completing the mega high. But get you two at a time. You into rumors and leaks. Well, I got you covered. We can talk predictions like when is Spider-Man coming. Jarvis barriers all the way to status effects. Or we can teach you how to June one shots in the deck. Hit the like button, ring the bell so you can stay tuned. Hit subscribe so you never miss the weekly wrap up news. Hit the like button, ring the bell so you can stay tuned. Hit subscribe so you never miss the weekly wrap up news.
What's shaking? People, it's your boy Doom Killer HD, and welcome to the final wrap up of the year. You already know I got my co-host in the building, Slip Shock TV. What's good with the people? Say hello to the people, dog.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And man, we had a hell of a year, dude. I mean, ups, downs, all around. It was a hell of a year, bro. I mean, from January to December, what we're going to discuss. You know what I mean? So sit back, people. It's about to be a nice, interesting show. We've got a bunch of members of Doom Squad Gaming coming up on tonight. We've got the Mass Vigilante King Greek. We've got Alien Fodder. We've got my other co-host from Excelsior Now, which is Bloody Reckless coming on. We have the new star of the team, Mr. Casual Avenger, coming on. And two special guests that actually aren't members of Doom Squad Gaming, but they are literally the reason we have a wrap-up every week. And that is Mr. Slight Stardust and his twin, High Ruler. So, yeah. All right. It's gonna be a night, bro. It's gonna be a night. Shout out to all my people. Oh, boy, stop, slow. This dude Stardust is starting already, bro. Oh man, it's about to go down, dude. This is, I think, going to be the first time that Stardust and High Ruler have actually been on stream together in a podcast sitting, and it is such a great honor to have them dudes on here. You know, the show that literally is based off of what they brought to the table. You know what I mean? So big shout outs to them. And I'm actually really excited to have Stardust on, because that boy right there, if y'all ain't been watching Stardust today, that's all I gotta say. But we got a couple of members of DSG in the building. I guess we can start off the yearly recap with bringing on some members if you want to. Slip, you got anything you want to say before we bring on a couple of members?
I'm just saying, I wanted to reiterate that Stardust thing. Me and his joke together, right, is I'm the older Miles and he's the younger Peter. Mm-hmm. Today he's been Bully McGuire, period. That's just what it is.
Boy, I'm sipping.
McGuire, and I'm for it.
I'm sipping already, bro. I'm sipping, dog.
I'm ready for
it. All right, let's bring on a couple of folks real quick. We're gonna do this like this. We're gonna bring on Mr. Casual Avenger. Let's talk to him real quick, and then we're gonna bring on somebody who I'm kind of stoked to bring on, because that dude know he nuts. But anyway,
somebody asked this man how old he is.
Casual? How you doing, bro? Hopefully all is well.
No. Hold on, let me stop this. Somebody asked this man how old he is, because this man said he was growing up in the 60s. He grew up in the 60s. Now he's talking about he was in kids and Spider-Man, like the first to come out. I need verification. I need to see some ID right now.
Bruh, wait, what? I didn't miss it. I seriously missed it. Wait, you was born in the... Say, bro, we supposed to be talking about this yearly recap on what?
Hey, I gotta put it on the spot.
What? Bro, how you doing tonight, Cass?
I'm good, bro. How you feeling?
I am actually feeling really good, dude. I am really, really good. You know what I mean? Woke up this morning, tears in my eyes. You had wished me with a note or a kiss of goodbye. That's from your old school. You from the 60s, right? That's a song. Never mind. Anyway,
on, that was a toss up for you. See, I knew you was young.
God, let me stop, man. Hopefully you having a good night, bro. We're about to have some fun tonight. We are definitely about to talk about everything going on with Avengers from January of this year all the way to now. We have another special guest that's about to come on, but he's not sitting in his chair right now. Oh God. Let's do this. All right. I got you. This dude's silly. If y'all could see what I'm seeing, y'all would laugh as hard as I'm laughing too. But oh God, let's bring on the masked vigilante himself, my dude, King Greek. What's good with it, Greek? Say hello to the people, dog.
What's up?
I can't with this dude.
What's up? How you doing?
My dude.
What's up?
Lord, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing tonight. Sit down, sir. Have a seat, bro. Little brother, come back. We need you back on the planet, dog. We're gonna discuss some things real quick. We are about
My brother! My brother!
I can't, dude.
That's my brother.
Casual. You see what we have to deal with, bro?
That's my brother.
You see what we have to deal with, bro?
I ain't taking off my mask though.
I can't with these dudes, dog. I can't right now, bro. I'm supposed to be holding it. Okay.
Where you think he's Spider-Man coming up from the sky?
I'm not even looking at y'all right now. I'm gonna host this show like I'm supposed to host. But before we move any further, I would like to introduce the queen of the team, the one and only Alien Fire. Hello, Miss Ma'am. How are you doing tonight?
Hi guys. Oh my God, hi.
Yes, indeed.
Very happy to be here. Very, very happy.
I'm sorry to bring you on such late notice. I apologize. I definitely apologize.
It's okay. I forgive you. I love you. It's all good. All right.
I got you next year, though. I'm gonna find something out on you. And I'm gonna mess with you with it, so you know.
All right, guys. Let's get this show started. I apologize, chat. We're crazy. We're crazy.
Yes, we are.
I know.
Yes, we are.
But segment number 1, guys. January to February of this year, we didn't get anything. It was literally nothing. We got nothing in January and February. So we gonna pretend that Kate Bishop came out in January and not December, so we can have something to talk about for January and February. Is that cool with y'all? We just gonna pretend that she came out in January. Is that good? Everybody good with that? You good down there, Mass Vigilante? You good?
Oh yeah, I'm cool. What's up? I'm cool.
I can't tell, bro, because there's no facial expressions at all. So, like, yeah.
That's the
At least
whole
center the
point.
camera, dog. Like, come on, man. Center the camera or something.
Kate Bishop's war table, guys, which I personally think was one of the better war tables that we got. We'll start with you, Casual. How did you feel about Kate Bishop's war table when it dropped, my dude?
I've never actually seen that.
Did he hear you?
I heard him.
Whoopsie.
I mean, that would be the first. That's just how our show's starting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would be the first person I go
yeah,
to.
on a very positive
He's like,
Yeah.
wow. Slice Stardust in High Ruler, please don't leave. I got a special segment for you guys coming up. You know what I mean? So don't go nowhere. You did. Whole thing's dedicated to y'all.
The burn. Did you see what Stardust said? He said he's called Casual Avenger for a reason. Oh my God.
Damn.
That is, burn. That's like, oh.
But no. In all seriousness, in my defense, I was working a lot.
I was working.
I literally had no time for the game during that time.
I
That's
ain't even
okay.
mad at you, sir. I'm not even mad at you. You know what? Let me start with my damn co-host. Kate Bishop's War Table, like I said, which I feel was one of the better things that actually happened for us in this game. How did you feel about it when it dropped, my dude? Your thoughts on Kate Bishop's War Table?
So I was pretty hyped with it. I'm not gonna lie, I was spent the entire like end of 2020 in the Discord fighting for my life because I'm telling you, I was in there like, yo, I was now, if anybody gonna call somebody a shill at the beginning of 2020, like between August and like December, I was like, yo, y'all need to shut up, give them patience. We gonna have like 30 characters by the end of 2021.
Oh, that wasn't you. That wasn't you. Oh,
Ouch.
oh, damn.
Kate Bishop definitely gave me a good cancellation bias, you know. Like I didn't feel I didn't have my 30 characters, but at least I got a pretty decent very okay. Let me, I don't want bloody on my back. So an amazing DPS. So I'm not. I don't want to do that. I ain't trying to be the one.
I hear you because you know Bloody is gonna be on this panel too, and he will
exactly.
Man's
gonna show up behind me like, what you say about Kate?
He's literally gonna be in your house like, say it again, say it again.
He's gonna reach over like, what you say?
Let's talk to the Mass Vigilante real quick. Did you actually watch Kate Bishop's War Table?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
yes,
cool. All right. We don't have another cast going on. All right, bro. What did you think of Kate Bishop's War Table? You know, like, just talk to us. You know, because we can't really see you. You have to speak to us. So let's go.
Honestly, I was hyped for it, and that's just more so because I've over the past couple of years I've grown to like Kate more as a character as I've started reading more of the comics that she's been in, and I like archers in general, so I had no problem with her and Hawkeye being the first two characters because I was decided to play them more than anybody. As I've told you, Doom and Slipshot, like 100% of the time, if there's any other character in this game that I will legit only play for the rest of my life if she ever gets added is Quake. Until then, Kate and Hawkeye are who I'm fine with perfectly. I had no issue with it.
I ain't mad at that. Queen. I think you were like myself and you mained Kate for a while before Hawkeye came on. I'm not specific on that, but I think no, it's not you.
No, not me. But I had no idea who she was.
Oh dang! This should be good then. Let's hear your thoughts.
Idea who she was. So I was impressed actually.
Nice.
I mean her abilities just like blew me away, especially since she's an archer. Like I was like, wow, can she actually do all that? And I really liked the fact that she had special abilities that were basically taken from AIM, like the teleportation and her warp arrows and all that, like the very high-tech side of her combat that really appealed to me, and I liked her personality right off the bat. So to me, I knew I would enjoy playing her. I didn't think she would become my main necessarily, but yeah.
Nice.
I really enjoyed
that's I'm glad you spoke about her in that light. You were the perfect person to ask last because that's the next segment, which is Kate Bishop's playstyle, guys. To me, I think her playstyle is one of the most versatile in the game because you can literally sit back and just be ranged. You can run up on somebody and stab them to death with your katana blade. You can mix those styles together. She has a very versatile playstyle. So, Kaz, we're gonna start with you. Have you ever played with Kate Bishop before?
Yeah, I played with her.
Okay, cool. We can talk.
Hey,
I played with her. Like, honestly, what threw me off was this: when you switched it up and said we're gonna start with January, because in January I was working, so I actually did see some of her War Table back in December or before December, so that threw me off. But she the teleportation thing, I think that was dope. And I remember when they first introduced that concept, I was thinking, because you see Black Widow teleporting around in the campaign, I thought that would have been a cool mechanic for her character, but I did like the fact that they brought it back for Kate just to give her something to differentiate her from Hawkeye. But yeah, she definitely got a lot in her bag, and when you see her in the hands of people like Bloody, it really displays what she's capable of. And I feel like, again, that's what they should have as part of the marketing, because honestly, in the marketing, they never really show off how in depth the combat system can be. And you find that out while you're playing with them and leveling them up. But when you're actually looking at the characters on display, you never really see much depth from how deep their combat bag is.
Right. Yeah. No, that's something good. I'm glad you
Very
said
good
that.
point.
Because,
very good point.
I'm glad you said that, because they do, I think, need to take people from the community, like your Tricks Ridiculous, your Lejeunes, your Sentinel Zeros from Doom Squad, your Harrys. Those people know how to work a hero. Suki is one of the best damn Kate Bishop players I've seen. And not only is she good, she's versatile with it. She'll hit you with some razor arrows that are cosmic, and then as soon as you think that's the only thing in her bag, she'll come out with some melee real quick and then splatter your ass with a scatter shot arrow real quick. You know what I mean? Like, they need to go ahead and take some of those players and really implement that into the marketing, because what we saw from Spider-Man, and then 2 days later what Sadat dropped, was completely different. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, I didn't know Spider-Man can do this. Even with Stardust dropped, you know what I mean? His like, he's walking around just letting the drone do everything. That would have been crazy marketing if you would have saw that. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry to keep yapping and yapping.
No, but can I add something to this? The thing
Please do.
The thing with CD, I think, is, from what I can see, also from the way they modify gear sometimes without telling us. They want us to discover things by ourselves. Like, they don't want to feed us everything, in one shot. That's their philosophy. But in terms of marketing, it's hurting them. You know what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword. I mean, I really do love discovering, like, that's what happened with Clint. I mean, I'm not gonna take off on that right away. But, oh my God! I mean, the difference between what I saw in his war table and the way I like he evolved as I was playing him is just like so totally different. So yeah, definitely. That's my little 2 cents.
Masked Avenger. Oh, I should say Masked Vigilante. Your thoughts on Kate's playstyle, my dude?
She was definitely a lot more agile than I thought she was going to be at first. Because I remember first seeing her, my whole thing was I was going to work on building her just a full range kit, and then that's when I started playing around with her melee, and her melee is smooth. Her melee is very smooth. I'm not gonna say it's like similar to like Captain America or anything. If anything, I would say it's maybe close to Panthers or Spider-Man until I can, like, in terms of just how quick she moves with it. One of the biggest differences is that her and Hawkeye are both archers, but if you play with both of them enough, you'll be able to tell that while, like, she's younger, so she's more energetic, she's quicker, she's more erratic with her fighting style and her shots. And Hawkeye, he's older, he's more experienced, he's more precise with the movements that he makes and whatnot. And you can kind of, if you look close, you can literally tell that from the way that they both shoot.
Yes, dude, you're hitting it. Like, I don't want to keep talking because I want everybody to have a chance, but dude, I really wanted to. Yeah, you hitting it, dog. Go ahead, Slip.
I mean, I can't, like, realistically, I cannot add more than what everybody else has said, because it's really legitimately, she is one of the best versatile players to play as. But I wanted to add about I guess jump on that same bandwagon as, like, the marketing. Like, every character in the right hands can be displayed amazingly. It needs to be someone who actually knows how to play versus a level 1 in God mode in, like, we are Avengers, and just either doing one range or one, because you at that point you don't have any combos open. You don't, and now if you do like a proficient build and you show that off, somebody can say, "Oh man, that's kind of how I want to play," and somebody else same way look at the same exact footage like, I don't want to play as that. I wonder what other type of builds that is. It's all about perception. If you show mediocrity, it's going to be seen as that. You need to put your best foot forward if you want to continue to say, "Hey, let's promote this." What's the purpose of promoting nonsense if you want people to actually listen and watch? Like,
bro, no, you killing it, dude. You killing it. Nah, I hear you. As far as let me answer this question from Sean. He's a member of the channel, so he does get priority access to questions and things like that. I have not heard anything from CD. I don't expect to hear anything from CD either. It's really not. I wanted the winners of the contest to get some attaboys from them, but the community showed up so viciously, so gratefully, so graciously that we don't even need it, bro. I mean, no disrespect to CD, much love to them still, but I'm not concerned about them anymore at all, dude. We'll be moving forward with Secret Wars 2 with the community. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. No harsh feelings or anything like that. I'm not even concerned. But speaking on Kate Bishop, I will wrap her playstyle up. Definitely an S tier character for me. She is like so versatile. You can do so much with her. You can be all melee. You can be all range. You can be both and still viable. The only thing that I don't like about her is her super heroic. I think they should have came up with something better or giving her status effects on every hit, no matter if it's the giant arrows or the sword slashes or even the little beads. You gotta give us something with that. You can't take away her most powerful assets because she went into a quantum mode. That's my only gripe with her. But we'll let the man himself, Kate Bishop's boyfriend / husband, tell y'all all about that. What up, bro?
Hey, yo, what it do?
Mr. Katie Reckless himself. Let's get it.
Because we for sure know he's there, not in my house, so I could track him.
Dude.
Does he know where you live, though? That's the question.
He does. That's the crazy thing.
He probably will.
I got the state right. I just got it.
Yeah, it's going to every house.
Yes, indeed. So I'm actually really honored right now. I have both of my co-hosts, my Saturday night co-host, which is Slipshock, and my Sunday night co-host, which is Bloody Reckless, both on the same panel at the same damn time. Word. Guys, this is awesome. So welcome, Bloody. You want to give some last thoughts on Kate Bishop before we move into the month of March?
Wow, man, Kate Bishop, she really put the stamp on DPS. What exactly that is in the game, how to do it properly. I think it sets the precedence to characters that'll come afterwards, hopefully. I think She-Hulk is presumed to be the next hero. So, yeah, we just have to see. But, I mean, her campaign kind of set, like I said, again, the precedence for, like, content to come. CD, they were a bit late on delivery, but they did not fail us in terms of the Super Adaptoid, and we'll go on to further content as we get into the upcoming months. So,
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sure. Yes, indeed. So next up was the month of March, guys. I promise you we'll get into this segment with Slight Stardust in High Ruler right after this. We'll get there. Just let us get through March real quick, and then I'll bring on the two legends real fast, okay? Right. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to get to the stars of the show. We are definitely getting to the stars of the show. Though the team is definitely stars as well. But this segment, I mean, this whole thing wouldn't even be a thing without them two guys. So I got to bring them on and show them love real quick. But segment 2, guys, a little bit of March. We got my main hero. The time me and Bloody could actually stop fussing over who was going to play as Kate Bishop. We got Hawkeye, the man, Clint Barton. Now, I'm going to start this off. I think Clint's war table was very lackluster. I was actually upset after getting the Kate Bishop fire that we got when we got Clint. I was like, what the hell was that? What in the hell was that? But when we got to see Andy play him, and he first dropped that fire tornado, then he dropped that electric tornado, then he came with the snowstorm. I was like, oh my God, this is my hero right here. If y'all know me, I get goosebumps when I talk about shit I like. Excuse my French. But I'm talking about Hawkeye right now, so the goosebumps is going crazy, people. Let's start off with Casual Avenger. I know you were able to watch this, sir. We're going to start with you. What did you think about his war table? Not anything else, just the war table first.
It was all right in my opinion. I was just happy to see him so early in the year, because he was one of the people I was looking forward to.
Word.
But
I'm about to cuss you out. The hell with all that. Early in the year, it was March, man. He was supposed to come out in January, Cass. Come on, bruh.
It's Crystal Dynamics, though.
Yeah.
You got it. He could be with Clone Labs right now. So
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
He said that so casual too.
But like I said, they got better with different war tables going down with Clint. I just don't think they had much to set up with the whole Maestro storyline and all of that stuff. Like, as you see where I said he only got one mission in the Wasteland. They really didn't have anything to put on display, and they still don't have anything for display. So,
yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Co-host for Saturday nights. What you think, sir?
I mean, I agree with the lackluster war table, but back before Avengers, I was always like, I'm like, I love archery, and like I really want to get into it myself. And like my biggest thing, like before I got here, was the electric archer. That was my kind of slipshot, the electric archer. So when I seen Hawkeye with shock tornadoes, and I was like, I already know what I'm doing. I already know what's going on. I'm getting the shot. Now I got it now, so I'm like, all right, cool. So, like, the war table was him as a character was amazing. His storyline was just, I mean, we gotta play Hulk twice. My bad, not Hulk, Maestro twice.
Bruh. We're not even going there. We gonna stay on this war table
now. I like it though, but it's like, come on, man. Like, you think just because you change two dialogues is like, oh, it's a different thing. Like, oh yeah, we're going in to stop him from being this and that. Oh, we're going to get some gamma DNA from him. It's the same thing. Come on, just go ahead and tell him we're gonna go fight him and call it a day.
Let's go with you, Sunday night co-host. We're gonna save Miss Alien Fodder for last because she is also a Hawkeye main with myself. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go first, and she's gonna go last in that little section up. So we're gonna go ahead with you, Mr. Bloody Reckless.
On Hawkeye in general, the whole thing.
Just the war table for right now. Just the war table.
I like the war table personally.
Well, you need help.
Go ahead. I mean, comparing it to Kate Bishop is it's an F.
There he go. Oh my God.
It's an F. I give it a Z if that was a proper alphabet, but it's an F. But I like Clint too. He's an archer / swordsman, so I'd bump it up actually to about a C. But the way they did it was an F.
No, I definitely hear you there. Did I already hit you up, Mass Vigilante? Did we already get your discussion on this, sir?
No, you did not.
Okay, go ahead, please enlighten us, my dude.
I enjoyed it for one reason and one reason only.
What's that?
We actually had a solid release date that we could count on.
Oh shit!
Damn, bro,
you
are harsh. You are harsh, dude. I'm glad they can't see your face because you would definitely be banned city from them, bro. But I'm not mad at you. I really am not mad at you. The lady of the team, the queen, Miss Alien Fire herself. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on just the war table for now.
It scared me.
Oh damn!
It scared me. I'll always remember the minute they said that he had like, I don't know, 10 or 12 different type of arrows. I was like, what am I supposed to do with
Overwhelmed,
this?
type
Like,
of scared. I got you.
jeez. And all those, I mean, I thought he had some really cool moves, don't get me wrong, but I was like, how am I ever gonna be able to do this? Like, it just wow.
No, I hear you.
So yeah, that's and I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward more to the story itself, to the continuation of the story, than I was looking forward to playing the character himself. And look at me now.
Look at you, straight up main, a straight
Right.
Hawkeye main.
Yeah. That was weird.
Hawkeye's play style. A lot of people switch it up. Well, y'all saw me earlier today. Those who were in my stream, I don't just spam triangle. Hawkeye is really, really versatile, and his melee is just as good as a Black Panther, a Spider-Man. It's actually, to me, better than Captain America if you know how to do it. I have a damage buff for getting crit melees. I have faultless buff on Clint, so I'm always using my melee with him. As you guys saw, his suspension arrow is literally I did a whole video on his suspension arrow. It's literally the most powerful combination in the game. No one survives this. Not bosses, not bots, nothing. Especially if you have your specs set up right. You got the right proficiency, you got the right range, you got the right melee. Your valor is set up right. Nothing survives it, nothing at all, and it's actually more efficient than the split shot, because once it attaches itself, it literally can attach itself to a enemy. So like what we do, like sometimes when we're playing the OLT and I'll have Hawkeye, I'll take care of the bottom, right? I'm gonna literally just attach the suspension arrows to all of the legs of the giant crab in the middle, and they're done in 2 seconds. And it does both sides of it when they're attached. So let's talk about play style, and we'll start with you, Alien Fighter, since you are a Hawkeye man. Let's go with you. His play style.
Like you said, he is the most versatile hero in the game. I mean, I've played them all, and he can do anything. I mean, literally, like he's first of all, he's like probably the most powerful aside from Thor. I mean, let's face it, if he's well equipped and if he's got the right gear, then yeah. And he can heal with his recovery arrow. He has one of the best AoE attack. Like his hunter's arrow is just sublime. And yeah, it's that's all it is. Like I that's what I love about him, and he's very mobile. You know, in spite of everything that people say, like okay, his physical kind of sucks sometimes, but with his double arrow, you can get out of some of the stickiest situations. I'm telling you, that thing has saved my ass more times than I can count.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, like that's one of the reasons why I love him so much. And like you said, Doom, I try to use just about everything in his kit. And when people ask me, "Oh, do you have like a bag of tricks build?" I go, "No, I have a range build." Like I use everything. I hate that. I just, you know, whenever people say, "Oh, you know, Hawkeye is just all about his bag of tricks," that is so not true. It depends on it really depends on the situation, on where you are, on the enemies, on how things are going, or simply on my mood. Sometimes I just feel like, you know, sniping with razor arrows, and that's all I do. Like, you know, so yeah.
The cluster arrows, people sleep on those arrows.
Yeah.
Those are the best crowd control arrows in the game.
They are good, and they're very good at for stun. Stun
you're definitely getting about 3 or 4 takedowns off a crowd.
Yeah, and I used them on Claw today during the raid for the stun phase.
Stun meter going way up, right?
Hey, yeah. So just saying. So yeah.
Bloody, you look like you got something to say, bro. Go ahead, please do. Clint's play style. We're not talking about Katie Reckless. We're talking about Clint.
Let's start off with the bad, right?
No.
No.
Go ahead, bro.
He's very slow. He's probably the slowest in the 100-yard dash on the
No,
game.
Cap is. Cap is.
If he has his intrinsic, he's fast.
Still, I mean, okay.
Don't fuss with him, Alien. Let him talk.
That's one. I do give the versatility. I do give that. He's very versatile. But ultimately, actually, I'm having a change of thought. It's not completely how I'm giving off because I've seen some pretty powerful builds with Hawkeye.
Yes, indeed.
I just think personally, as someone who plays a lot faster than probably the norm, like someone who doesn't play every day.
Okay, we're giving Hawkeye praise here, dog. Okay, this is his month.
I am. Bear with me, please.
Go ahead, dog.
And don't call me Birdman in the chat because I'm running my home. But overall, if I 1 out of 10, I give him a 7.
All right, bloody. Casual. Would you like to talk about Mr. In a positive way, Mr.
Whoopsie.
Dude, seriously, I'm done with you right now, bloody bro. Casual. We just gave Kate all kind of love. You dig? He's a 7. This dude
Bloody.
top
Bloody,
2 in the game,
you know that Hawkeye
bro.
can do a lot more damage than Kate, right? And there's no way around it. I'm sorry. There's no way around it.
I did not see that coming. The whole time she was talking about Hawkeye, Bloody was looking like he was waiting on his turn in the rap battle.
That's why I called on him next, bro. I'm like, he's really gonna do this, and he did it. He really did it. This dude's an asshole. Anyway, Casual. Let's talk about your thoughts on Clint's play style, bro.
I think he was definitely surprising with the amount of DPS he was able to do. They definitely put a lot of work into him, and I think because of his content was underwhelming overall, they really, didn't want his gameplay to disappoint, and they wanted to establish him away from Kate. So it's like and they knew a lot of people were looking forward to him because, like, I felt like he should have been a part of the main storyline. So it's like you got to deliver with him. So it's like when they came with it, they definitely came with it. Like his bag of tricks alone is crazy, but it's so much more to him. But it's like that with every other character. So I feel like they stayed the course with what the standard they set for everybody, but he's definitely top tier.
Yes, indeed. Greek, you look like you up next, dog.
Hawkeye gameplay. I'm here.
Okay.
Man, it's like he was asleep over there.
Yeah, I know. He was like,
I really thought he was asleep for us. I was like, he fell asleep on the stream. Oh God, what the hell do we do? Just get him off. Get him off. No, really do, bro. So what do you think about Hawkeye's gameplay, real quick, bro?
Nobody ever talks about one of the best arrows in his kit, and I'm tired of it.
The pulsar arrow,
Boomerang?
dog, I'm sorry. And a boomerang.
Alien got it right there. Alien got it. Boomerang.
I love that thing.
Boomerang. Perfect for clearing out. Shut up, bloody. Perfect for clearing out small enemies. Perfect.
Yes, indeed. I'm not mad at that. Slip, you want to wrap up this segment, and then I want to bring on High Ruler and Slight Stardust for just a segment. I'm gonna have you guys just wait in the waiting room while they're in here. You want to wrap that up real quick, bro?
I'm gonna wrap it up with the support side of it. I normally build like the characters that I feel are really good at support and build them as support, and personally being able to help with the healing and also being able to build the statuses for everybody else to hit big numbers or whatever he does that really well, and that's kind of why I like playing as Hawkeye. That and Electric Archer. You have to rep it regardless, support or not. You have to have the shock arrows there. They have to be there.
Yes, indeed. They have to, though. I mean, they really do. Like,
you can't not use them.
I mean, they add so much crit damage. You know what I mean? They literally add so much crit damage to your whole team. Like you said, it's all support, bro. So Guys, I need y'all to wait in the waiting room for me real quick. I want to have a quick segment with two of the people who inspired this entire show. So if you guys don't mind just waiting around for us while I talk to two special guests, and I'll bring you all back on and we'll all be on the screen at the same time. If y'all don't mind, I'm about to start kicking y'all asses out of here, whether y'all mind or not, though. But I love y'all.
As long as we don't gotta listen to bloody hate on Hawkeye anymore.
Bye, Greek. See you in a minute, Cass. Bloody F you for right now, dog. Queen, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Love you though. Real quick, yo, dudes, like I would not even be doing YouTube without these people that are about to come on right now. I was featured on a High Rulers channel as a literal introduction to the Avengers community, and I will never ever forget him for doing that. Like he is like a special dude to me for that. And Stardust is like the little brother I never had. I love picking on him. We talk so much shit, but off screen, that's literally one of my best friends in the game. He literally is. He's just that dude, man. So without further ado, let's bring on the originators of this shit, y'all. A Simple Podcast.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Put your hands together and rub slow. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. Hands. It's about to go down, act like you know. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. Hands. You know the motto, let the good times roll. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. Hands. Put your hands together and rub slow. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. Hands.
Man. What a time it is. What a time it is, man. Dude, what's
going on, Doom?
Man, y'all got me fanboying right now. This is crazy, dog. For real. Y'all straight got me fanboying.
I've ever done a podcast with High Ruler where I've got my cam on, bro.
That's true, actually.
I can't be having this man fall in love with me on the podcast. You know what I mean? So I've got to try and wait till,
True.
Dude,
I fall in love with you more and more.
Man, the originators of this shit, dude. A Simple Podcast in the building, guys. Dude, I'm about to tell y'all the story that I don't think I've told
like
anybody before. Real quickly. So I'm watching YouTube and I'm looking up shit on YouTube, and I come across this channel called A Simple Podcast.
Of course you do. You looked up shit. Okay, carry on.
Literally. But and it was crazy because I'm like, who the hell is this bald head dude with a picture of some stars? And like he's got like 80 people in here and they're all just like going ham. They loving this shit. And he's like reading the blog of the week, and I'm getting information. And then I found myself back the next week and then the week after. And then I'm like, shit, I want to be on this show. I think it'll be cool if a black dude, a bald head white dude from Canada and this crazy Brit do a show together. And it never happened because I'm really not that cool. But High Rulers saw something in me as he saw something in Slight Stardust. And he invited me on his channel. Kind of left me stuck for like the first 10 freaking minutes. I'm just talking out of my ass because his mic all his tech was messed up. But that was probably the introduction to me to this community. Like literally that night, I went from like 2,200 subs to 2,400 subs in one night because of this dude. So like big ups, dude. Thank you both for just literally coming into my life and changing it, bro. Like I would not be here if it wasn't for A Simple Podcast. Real shit.
I mean, like, just as I may have done it for you, and I'm not going to take any of the credit for that, you do it for so many other people, right? So like real talk here, whatever I did for you, you've actually now been able to do with Secret Wars, right? Like a lot of people were, competing and taking part in Secret Wars. And from that kind of event, that exposure will then kind of pass on to them, right? So it's all about passing it forward, So
It's similar
yeah,
to what Aunt May said in Marvel's Spider-Man. All right, boys, you help someone, you help everyone. All right,
beautiful
that's
quote,
what,
man.
That's
Yeah,
that's what Doom's managed to do here. Listen, all right, don't matter if it's fucking Secret Wars or whatever you want to call it, because people want to complain and whatever. Listen, he fucking smashed it. All right, and everyone should look at that as a massive milestone for this community, because most of the time we're all arseholes, right? We are,
true. Some more
right?
than others.
So we all came to, we obviously a lot of people came together for that event, and they managed to play the game, and managed to make it look genuinely fun, which is more than CD's marketing could ever do. So well done.
Man, that's all good, dude. It's I keep saying, man, it's never ever. You guys know me off camera, you know what I mean? We talk, especially me and you, Stardust. Since you've been working a lot more, High Ruler, we don't get to talk as much as we used to, but I'm definitely want to hit your DMs all damn day, dude, and just to chop it up, bro. And you guys know that this is never ever been about me. It's never been from the start of this, dude. So, like, to be able to help people, to get lights on people like your casual Avengers, your slip shocks, your cute little chaos kitties, to give people like Alien Fodder a stage to actually shine on. The girl is brilliant, dude. Nobody would never have known that, though. She's shy. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, you're not gonna be shy. I'm gonna do the exact same thing that Stardust and High Ruler did for me. For you guys, I'm gonna bring you guys on here, and you're gonna get the exposure that you deserve as a content creator. Everybody deserves to be seen, whether or not people enjoy what they hear. I still think we all need that platform just to be heard at least once. You know what I mean? Like, we deserve that as content creators. Now, I think we have to earn it as well, because people's time is definitely people's time, and we. As content creators need to earn that. But at the same time, if you're doing your thing, you're putting your time in, I'm going to give you a shot. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? Pennywise the God, he's steadily beefing with my homeboy Sadat, but that's not my issue. You know what I mean?
I wonder what beefing with Sadat's like. I've never experienced it in my life. I mean,
another thing, dude, Sadat versus Slight Stardust, bro. When was the first time you guys ever even actually talked civil to each other? Right here on his channel. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Yeah.
Like,
and now I'm tagging him in fucking tweets and shit like that. Like, we're mates. Like, we are friends. At least I think so.
That's what it's about. It's about coming together. No, y'all are, dude. He got mad respect for you, dude. You guys are, dog. Don't even trip. But like, that's what we're about. And that's like the thing that I got from you guys. You know what I mean? Like, you guys were so open. You know what I mean? So welcoming. It wasn't like, why would I invite you on my channel, dude? You're going to take views from me or something like that. You're like, nah, dude, let's do this and let's have fun with it. You know what I mean? So I just want to say thank you to the both of you, bros, for inspiration, for being community leaders. Like with the whole Red Room thing, dude, like, I still watch that video today, High Ruler. Your shit was not broken, bro. It wasn't. You could play the Red Room all day with no issues. You came through and was like, no, these people cannot. That's the type of stuff we need in this community. We need stand-up people that are not just worried about themselves. You know what I mean?
I want to give a little bit of like, so obviously I've given a shout out to High Ruler quite a lot, because even though obviously the whole like Stardust is a sidekick for High Ruler thing has been around for quite a while. I do want to say though that there is a bit of humble, like there is a little bit of a thing to that, because if it wasn't for High Ruler, I mean, this dude literally, right, didn't know who I was at all. We've never had a conversation before, right? And it's true, mate. Listen, I've got the leggings, yeah. And
listen, no. Listen, guys. I just wanted to talk Avengers today. Listen, no, guys.
No. Wait, let me do this. Right? Let me do this.
Wait, Stardust. Can y'all do me just one favor real quick? Do y'all mind just doing a simple podcast right now? Just y'all two.
Go on, mate. You got to do the intro.
Oh God, what is the intro again? I was actually I was planning this for a different day, but I've been put on the spot here. What is it? Hold on, let me go back. you just like talk shit like you normally would, and we'll get this sorted here. Hold on.
What's going on, chat? Hey, Hyrule, sweaty nutsack, stuff like that. You know, I basically sexually abuse you for the first 10 minutes. That's kind of how it normally goes.
Well,
right?
that was like the last 10 minutes too, right?
Yeah, but now
Hold
it's
on,
different.
I'm
because I'm in that
listening.
different
Yeah,
arc. You know?
Oh, it was welcome back to your Avengers Weekly Recap. Joined as always by Slight Stardust. My name is High Ruler, and today we're going to be talking about the year-end recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
No, you asked me. No.
Oh, no. You're right. No. You're right. Of course. Sorry. Hold on. Do I do it again?
Yeah, go on then.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your Avengers Weekly Recap. Joined as always by Slight Stardust. My name is High Ruler Stardust. How you doing this week?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? Hey!
I'm good, man. I'm good. Obviously, today we kind of hijacked Doom Show. We're doing the year-end recap. Where did they leave off? March, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think they left off in March. I want to say.
Right. Okay.
So we're talking about. I think they passed Hawkeye already. So what was after that?
Right. I think that was Tachyon Anomaly, and then they went Red Room. Right. It was Red Room after that.
Yeah. Which.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't know.
Do you guys? Do you remember? Do you remember the Red Room? Do you remember the Red Room? Do you remember how people weren't able to complete it?
Do you remember that we finished? We managed to finish it, but many people couldn't on wave 1.
That's crazy.
So CD were like, "Yo, listen, we might fix it for next time, okay?" And there was no mention of conversation until people got a couple of fragments. Do you remember that? That was fucked.
That was fucking crazy, man.
I remember those days. Bro.
Days are so long gone, but they're also just here. You know what I mean?
Well, people couldn't finish the first wave on the last run either.
True,
So, I mean,
that's true too.
Throwback, Tachyon Anomaly itself, baby. We are living in
old
some time machine.
Is new again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. Listen, CD, right? Old habits never die. Okay, you want to finish the first wave? You buy an MCU skin, buy a consumable, wave consumable. All right.
Hell yeah, perfect. All right, I think we're good now. I think we got it out of the way. You know.
Yeah, I think we did. I hope that Doom isn't just going to let us steal it for the next hour.
I mean, I could, but like, I mean, like, I could honestly steal it for the next hour.
Dude,
but I mean,
I'm sorry, bro. I just literally shot alcohol out of my nose laughing at Start. This dude is crazy, bro. Oh God. Thank you guys.
I'm on my evil arc, bro.
This is probably the most awesome thing ever, man. Let's bring the crew back on and just continue.
This dude's on his villain arc right here. Dude.
I'm on my villain arc.
This
you say villain? Wait, you say villain arc?
How y'all doing? This is Bully Maguire Stardust here. Welcome back to the stream.
All right.
So we have literally the weekly recap mixed in with the weekly wrap up for the first time.
Let me tell you, that'll be a beautiful child. All right.
It'll be me, sir. What do you mean,
bruh? I don't know, Stardust. I think honestly, Stardust, as you kind of like go through your villain arc here, I'm seeing some real gremlin features pop out here, bro.
No, listen, bro. Listen, it's past because you know what they say, right? Don't feed one after midnight, and Doom is feeding me content. Okay. So that's what happens.
No, I'm not feeding you content. You're finding the content on your own, actually sending it to me, and then flaming that content, sir.
I don't need fire or trash to talk about fire, my friend. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, fire or trash. Let's do that. For the Red Room event. Y'all want to do fire or trash for the Red Room event? Let's go.
Yeah.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And welcome to another segment of Fire or Trash, where we take your favorite YouTube or Twitch streamer, content creator, and ask them a series of questions really fast. The only thing they can answer is fire or trash. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire, or is it trash? Fire or trash.
Woo! You was really getting the Millie Rock going. I saw you starting us. You was getting it. All right, Red Room event. First time around, because this is now our third time on the Red Room. So, first time around. Wait, hold on. High Ruler.
Mm-hmm.
Fire or trash means good.
I will never forget that one. I will never forget that
High
one.
Roller, listen, bro. Since the podcast, I've been brought into the hood. I know all the terms now. Okay.
What?
Listen. I know what twin means.
What?
I know what fire and trash is. Okay. Listen, I'm a part of the gang now. Okay. You've got
How very British of you.
I'm a part
Fire
of
or
the
trash.
mafia.
We're gonna go from bloody to alien fire, and we're gonna go up that way because I'm actually scared to start with Stardust. Because this month, anyway, fire or trash, bloody reckless. The first go round of the Red Room.
Oh, trash. Oh, God.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Alien fire. First go round.
Trash.
My little bro. Slip.
That's definitely trash. Definitely.
I'm here. I'm really scared to ask this dude because he loves to play with me. Mass Vigilante, fire or trash?
If you say woke or warm.
Say it. I say it one more. Say it again, bastard. I dare you.
Whoa.
I dare you to say it. Say it. I'm waiting. You will play with me again. Play with me one more damn time, Greek. What is it? Fire or trash? Damn it.
Warm.
Bye. Anyway,
Oh God.
Mr. Wrecker of Fire of Trash, actually. Fire or trash on the Red Room, a High Ruler.
Fire. What a great event. Really well done.
Well, I hate you right now.
It was
I love
really
the sarcasm. I just love the sarcasm.
guys, I don't
That
know.
sarcasm
Okay.
was fire. I give you that.
I know it's fire or trash, so I can't explain, but if anyone wants to ask me afterwards, I'll humbly give my humble opinion.
Oh yeah. No, we can talk about you know what?
Listen,
If
they
we
just
can
did a
explain,
really
we can-
good job.
wait,
Yeah, no,
Wait,
here.
let me ask Stardust real quick and then
Oh,
let
fuck.
You explain. No, we're gonna let you. Oh God, you know what? Explain, High Ruler, because I'm actually scared to ask him. Go ahead. And
Honestly, it was just really well done. When they recolored the Red Room and added some hazards that they took from other parts of the game, and they made like a little border around like a little like alligator pit. It was really well done. Like obviously, we just took a lot of the same enemies we had in the game. We kind of repurposed them in the harm room. It was so good. And then obviously we got some cool like rewards and stuff. And the best part was that those rewards were pretty exclusive to a certain population of the player base. And honestly, for a long time, I felt pretty good about being super fire about having those rewards that some of y'all couldn't get. And it felt really, really good. And yeah, very fire event.
Dude, have you been taking pages out of my twin set eyes book down? Because I swear to God.
Listen. I haven't been on one of these in like 3 weeks now. Like I've been working. Like I have to sit there at work sometimes and watch you guys on my freaking phone. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like, these motherfuckers are having all the fun while I'm doing nothing at work, right? I just wanted to join in and have some fun.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
He's ready. Look at him. He's so ready, dude. He is so ready. Fire or trash first time around, bro.
Listen, right, there might be fire in my eyes, but that event was trash. All right, let me tell you, okay? Fucking state of it, mate. What was that compensation? A couple of fragments? Are you all right? Are you okay? You running out of fragments over there for your virtual fucking currency? Are you okay? You're telling me that your units that you're not even having at the moment, you can only give us like 500? Is that really too much out of your pocket? Bruh, is 100 credits for a nameplate too much for you? Is it? Is that a loss? Really? Damn,
Tough
that's a
times out there,
shame.
man.
Bro, listen, okay, it probably cost them more to make the Red Room and make it really badly than it would be to compensate us properly, all right? What's that about? CD's nuts, all right? CD's nuts. Okay, sir.
Beautiful.
Right. Listen.
Well said, sir.
Listen. Okay. You can be sarcastic all you want, Mr. Jonathan Assemble, but let's
Yes.
talk the truth.
Bro.
All right. Let's talk the truth. When
I mean,
CD were like, no, we'll fix it for next time. Can you fix a condom after you've impregnated a woman? No.
Sorry,
Can
Stardust.
you?
I can't hear you over the cash
Bro.
running in my ears, bro. I'm sorry.
Can't.
Dude. Fire event, man. Sorry. Listen, Stardust. This ain't Hollywood
Can't
Stardust, man.
refix. You can't
This is the
refix
year-end
condom
wrap-up. All
after
right.
you've impregnated someone. Okay. Can't do that. Right.
I bet your parents wish they did.
What you can give compensation though, obviously that comes afterwards. But it's better compensation than CD would ever give you. I tell ya. Wait.
Wow.
All right.
Oh,
This is why we just don't let Stardust speak.
By the
dude.
way, it was trash. It was trash.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have to rein
bro.
this boy in a little bit here.
Stardust is the Gordon Ramsay of the community.
Bro,
Yeah.
I co-sign that. I second
100%.
that.
The Gordon
second that.
Ramsay of the
So we just
Stardust, can you squish your face together like this and call us an idiot sandwich?
Why would I squish my own face? He squished the girl's face. That makes no sense. Why would I be inaccurate?
You know,
like a comic skin from Crystal Dynamics. Why would I be inaccurate?
Excuse us. Next segment. Woo!
Why do
Not
I be
wrong.
inaccurate?
Not wrong.
Stardust
June was the cos. I don't even know where the hell we are right now. Let me make sure we're in the right damn spot. Okay. Stardust, you need help, son. June was the Cosmic Cube villain sector. Now I'm gonna start this one off. I actually think that is probably premier in-game content for the game. It was hard when it first came out. It wasn't BS. Like it wasn't. I like to call the OLT artificial difficulty. It was literally genuinely hard. I couldn't even do it with Thor the first time by myself. I had to like go and get a ranged character and really get in there with my Hawkeye and go hamburger. I actually think it was a really, really well thought, well put together map. I'm not even starting with your ass, Stardust. Neither you. God damn. Why did I bring these two on the panel at the same damn time? Let's go with somebody sensible. Casual. Thank you.
Right in the middle. Let's get it.
I can't believe this. Discrimination.
What did you think about your thoughts on the Cosmic Cube villain sector as a whole?
I definitely thought it was dope. Like, I was coming off a hectic work schedule at that time, so when I got around to it, I really didn't know what it was really. And I went in with Black Panther. Obviously, a mistake. Yeah. So it's like once I figured out what I was doing wrong, I came back in. But it's like I love the mechanics. I love the different phases of it. I love the white mechanic didn't bother me. Once you figure out the mechanics, is some of the best content that they actually released since launch.
Go ahead, Bloody. Talk to the people, bro.
Oh,
thoughts
boy.
on the
Man,
initial Cosmic.
that sucker was, oh gosh, it was fire. It's if I had to sum it up, fire trash, it's fire. I mean, just the way they kind of like emphasize without really telling us the need for precision, the need for the awareness of how much valor you have, crit damage. Like I'm not gonna get into it technically, but I think that kind of like opened the door to like where we are now with how we actually look at perks and our builds all together. So I think that set the precedent. So that event was fire.
Yeah. High Ruler, go ahead and talk to us, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I actually would agree that was probably like the most promising piece of content they put out probably until the raid, that is. And I think they really did a really good job. I just wish we saw a little bit more of that, especially like going from like Cosmic Cube. And I guess we'll talk about this for like the next month, but then going into like the OLT, for example, you could tell like one had a lot more. And I mean, obviously, because Super Daptoid was cut, they cut it out of the campaign or whatever. But one just felt like so much more thought out, and there was a lot more thoughtfulness behind like every encounter, what you were doing. Versus then you obviously get into like that Super Daptoid fight, and it's like, oh no, right? So yeah, no, the Cosmic Cube was super fire, not just fire, super fire.
Nice. Lady of the team, the queen, Alien Fire. Your thoughts on Cosmic Cube?
I completely agree with everything that's been said. I mean, the Cosmic Cube has everything in it. Like it's got great puzzles. It's got like the combat mechanics were so different, like anything we'd ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got my butt. Oh my god! Like I had no idea what I was doing. It was like, oh my god! But once I got into it, to this day, it is still one of my favorite missions. I can play that mission over and over again and not get tired. I swear to God, I just love everything about it. So yeah, and when you compare this to the OLT, it's like,
night and day, definitely. Slight Stardust. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, they leaked my IP address, so they came over my house anyway.
Oh,
you know what
shut
I mean?
up.
So they came to play it. Listen, bro, they came to sit next to me.
I knew he was gonna bring that up.
They came to play it with me, bro. They literally saw my IP address. They're like, "Let's go to England. Let's go visit Stardust." You know, that's how I
was
got
that
the
for the
t-shirts
Cosmic
and shit.
Cube? I thought
Yeah,
that was
it was.
Oh god,
No,
you're
that
right.
was Cosmic Cube,
No,
yeah.
listen, you're
That
getting
was
your
Cosmic
game-breaking bugs mixed up,
Yeah.
bro. Listen,
Go
I know it's
ahead, man.
difficult. I know it's like a Guess Who situation, bro. But listen, okay, when I literally jump on Cosmic Cube and I see that text bouncing about like it's fucking that DVD logo that you want to hit the corner but never does, I was like,
It does hit the corner.
let me play this mission right now, okay? But the ending, right? The ending was ruined the most. You want to know why? Monica's leg clipping through the skirt, completely immersion breaking. All right, my IP address there, nothing. All right, leg going through the skirt. That was it for me. Downgraded completely my experience. Why is a leg going through the skirt? You know what I mean? That's ridiculous.
It's a good question, honestly.
But what I loved about
Wait,
it
nobody ever talks about the fuzzy ass lenses on the glasses of Clint at the end, though. Those glasses with the fuzzy lenses, bro.
One thing I loved about the mission though is how it really incentivized melee play. Obviously, you know, we can all get to Monica and beat the shit. You know, of course we can. You know, we can always use our fists. You just die. That's the only difference. That's the compensation that CD was missing from the Red Room. You die. All right. That's it.
I'm saving you for last, look. King Greek, would you like to follow up Star Clown?
Absolutely. All right, let me tell my
This man,
Bro, come on.
All right. So, what I believe, somebody from another company came in. They pushed them aside at the computer desk, and this is what they said. I'm gonna show you how to make a boss for a video game that has actual phases that you can't dogpile. Monica was the first boss. You could not dogpile. I don't know why the fuck it took so long for us to get that. That was literally the best thing about not the OLT. I'm sorry. That was the best thing about the Cosmic Cube to me. It was the first legitimate boss where it felt like there was actual punishments for trying to dogpile. You would fall in the hole at the bottom, or you would randomly catch that random white mechanic that there's no indicator for when that is ever going to happen. I would give the Cosmic Cube a 4 out of 10. I would give it a 4 out of 10.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, hold on, bro. Wait.
good stuff. You said a 4 out of 10, bro.
Because
you literally have broken me, Greek. You broke me today, dog. My brain don't even work.
Hold on, let me say this. The only one of the reasons why I started playing it consistently again was for two things. One, everybody remembers this. Back when they added in the loot goblins, the loot runners, because they all spawn in a specific place. The Cosmic Cube mission is one of those places. That was one of the reasons I ran that mission. And the second reason don't matter. It's still a 4 out of 10 for me.
It's so great. 4 out of 10. Yeah.
It was still cool. It was still cool. It was still fun. I got to see my boy Hawkeye
4 out of 10,
a little bit more.
All right.
You said 4 out of 10, dog.
So, as a person who started off wanting to like punch shit, getting to Monica with like Kamala and had her like a full melee and was just like, just sit in the corner, let everybody else handle it. That right there was like, come on, man. I had to make range because it's one specific boss. Or jump up and hope I can catch that edge right there. Sometimes you can catch that edge and you good until they put Spider-Man in there. You can jump them. You can take four spider people and jump the shit out of them.
And do you remember, guys, back then Hulk could still like thunderclap like Monica in one shot?
Like 6
Remember
million.
that?
Oh, don't forget about the we all used to hit her with the pin particles and she'd fall down the hole real quick. I actually forgot about that. That's pretty damn funny.
Like,
it seems to be Jazzy Butters, our moderator, has said that we missed the Tachyon Anomaly event.
Yes.
Yeah.
High Ruler mentioned it, but we just like went over it, like just as if.
Tachyon to me was, I like Tachyon Anomaly events for the Tachyon missions. I don't like being able to play as 4 of the same heroes on regular missions. I don't think it makes sense at all, and that's one of the reasons why we didn't do that in Secret Wars, because it's 4 Thors is just too OP. 2 Thors is too OP, to be real with you. You know, you got 2 Thors, a Hawkeye, and a damn Kate Bishop on your team. That don't even make no damn sense. You know what I mean? It's just too much power. So I don't actually. I like Tachyon missions Tachyon anomalies and being able to play as multiple heroes for those missions. But anything outside of those, I don't like them. We'll just go straight across. How do you feel about Tachyon Anomaly, Star?
It's all right. Everyone was expecting me to do a monologue, and it's all right. No, okay, right, for real though. Listen. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
We paid you for a show. I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna need you to do it.
Okay.
Come on.
Listen, my friend High Ruler's down in the gummy situation right now. Okay, he's recovering from a situation. So let's talk about Tachyon Anomalies a little bit. So the event was mission chains galore, right? So the theme of it was that we could play, as multiple the same heroes, which is brilliant. And then they made it permanent. So what's special about the event?
Right.
Well, that's what I mean. They like took the best part and made it permanent, right?
Yeah, exactly. So and then other events afterwards were dog shit mission chains that were really boring. So the best event that they got good feedback for, they were like, let's fucking make that less special. Put that into the main game because our matchmaking is bum cheeks, right? So we need to have everyone playing as the same character, right?
Right. I'm gonna push back on this just a little bit though. I gotta push back on this. Sorry, dude. I'm gonna stop the monologues here. Would you not agree though? Would you not agree that they had to do that though? Like obviously, like the next events were obviously not as good, but like they had to change the matchmaking because the game at that point just wasn't having healthy matchmaking times. Correct?
It's a shame though that they had to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a shame that they had to go that.
Okay, sure.
Do you know what the equivalent of that is, right? That's equivalent of like someone being miserable and deciding to drink at 2 a.m. on a podcast because they're not feeling too great about themselves. That's the compensation.
Right there,
Bully Stardust.
So you're telling me that it was good that they took the shot of vodka. Okay, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in that case, 100%, yes.
Alien.
Disgusting behavior.
Would you mind?
No wonder we don't do this anymore.
Cutting Stardust off.
Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah.
What a joke. It's the Jonathan.
Sorry, Dust.
Sorry.
Come on.
Sorry.
It's Alien's time to speak. Shut your mouth.
Bro.
Are you okay, dude?
I'm good. I can't with this dude right now.
This guy is nuts, bro.
He looks like Tom Cruise with them glasses right now. I'm sorry.
I missed the part where that's my problem. Sorry. Okay.
All right. All right.
Go ahead, madam.
Is the show go on now?
Yeah, please. Tachyon Anomalies, please. Thank you.
All right. I love that event right from the start. I still remember doing one of those missions where there was like we were 4 Hulks, and it was just so much fun. It was crazy. It was like destruction everywhere. And oh my god. And we were all dressed as like Joe Fixit or something.
Oh wow.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So and I'm glad they brought it into the game afterwards, because once, let's say, Black Panther came out, can you imagine? I mean, it would have been just, the matchmaking would have been so fucked.
I
Like,
absolutely agree. I'm glad they did it.
well, that's not what you said.
Don't pick. Don't feed the troll alien.
Oh,
Casual.
God.
Casual. Tachyon Anomaly. Were
Yes,
you around
please.
for that the first time around, bro?
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I agree with Hyrule. They definitely, obviously had to go the long-term route with making matchmaking able to, you bring in whatever character, whether that's, duplicates or whatever. Because, if you want to play with Thor, you don't want to be told you can't bring him into a specific mission. Some players don't care. Like, I personally don't care. I just get somebody else. But some people, that really pisses them off, that might turn them off from matchmaking. So I definitely agree their hands were kind of tied with that. But I also understand why people aren't fans of that.
Yeah, I mean I don't want to dwell. We got so many other people on the panel. We just move on to you, Slip, bro.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. What I didn't like, however, I like the event. I don't like the missions because it takes about 10 minutes for you get from one place to another, and they say, you know what? Hey, let's put a minute and a half or 50 seconds to get from here to here, and you got 3 flyers. Spider-Man, 2 flyers, and everybody else just running around, running around. It's kind of the same reason why I don't like the OLT so much. Because you have people just running around. Unless you're a flyer and you're like considerate. If you have no flyers, you got people just hopping around and running around, and you should see Captain America running for these damn time bubbles.
Oh yeah, I know.
But you got Hawkeye hopping away. The only people that's really good at this is the flyers and Kate Bishop. They can just like teleport. But the event was overall pretty good. I liked the event.
Blood.
Tachyon Anomaly.
Make it short.
Got you. It was fire. I personally don't like the part of the objectives. I think they were like you have to have like 2 of the same character to get like what was it, a Tachyon piece. At the time, they didn't really like. Well, I guess we kind of figured it out over time, but like other than that, the fact that the objectives of the part, we didn't need that, but the event itself, it was fire.
Boy down at the bottom with the mask on, you can go.
Cyberpunk 2077 was better.
Wait, the Tachyon Anomaly?
Yes.
True.
So you're saying a game is better than an event? That's what you're trying to say. Is that like saying Christmas is better than Easter? Because I think so.
No, I was joking. But in all honesty, the Tachyon event, it was okay. It wasn't really something that I was excited about, so to say. And I was excited for other people because going off of what Casual said, I definitely had a couple buddies of mine that were annoyed because you couldn't play as the same hero. I mean, me again personally, I didn't care because I already knew who I was going to be playing as when it came time. They got their wish, but they didn't even stay that long to play the game afterwards to really experience. So it was more so I didn't really care about it, but I'm happy that the other people who wanted it got that feature added into the game permanently.
I hear you there. I mean, like I said, I'm just to dwell on with everybody. I don't mind people being able to share heroes or use the same hero. It does wonders for matchmaking, especially when a new hero drops. Everybody can play the same hero. I just personally, I don't think that's very Avenger-y, for this kind of game. I don't think this game was made to do that. You know what I mean? It's cool that, for the first time, me and Bloody was able to play as Kate Bishop at the same time. He had a shot Kate. I had a shot Kate Bishop. He had a plasma Kate Bishop. So we was actually like wrecking shop together. But how fun is that after so many times of playing the same hero with somebody else? You know what I mean? Like it just kind of, it takes the roles away from what the heroes are meant to be. And right now, like in the raid, you need roles. You have roles in the raid, and they work. You know what I mean? So it kind of just, I don't know. It is what it is. Welcome, Hobo World Eater, to the Doom Squad, man. We greatly appreciate you. You guys know how much this pushes us forward as a team. So thank you, and thank you for joining, boss. Moving on, man. We just kind of rush through this stuff so we can actually talk about the good shit. The the OLT, guys. Oh God. That was horrible when it dropped. Do y'all remember so many people crashing as soon as they got off the elevator? There was times where you couldn't even load into the OLT. And then we had that epic double cap OLT from a Civil Podcast, which was like literally all over the net. So that was pretty damn fire. So
I remember that. I remember when we did that. Yep. That was us too, yeah. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
It's okay. Yeah, we can carry on. Yeah. Let's just keep this conversation moving.
I remember when we did that, and I got the final shot on, but Hyrule let everyone believe it was him. I remember that.
I do too. Yeah, I actually remember.
I remember seeing that.
He's not camping though.
I remember seeing that, bro.
The OLT, Miss Alien Fire. We're gonna come back to them two last because they really did shine in that thing. But we'll start with you. How did you enjoy the OLT when it first dropped?
Hated it. Still hate it. Will always hate it. I do it because I have to, but that's basically what it is. It's just. I mean, they piled on so much shite, and it was just like recycled mission with like super ridiculously shielded enemies and those time bubbles. I mean, God. And the super adaptoid fight, such a shit show. I'm sorry.
You're right, though. I mean,
why do they have to do that? It's just like total lack of imagination. And anyway, yeah, no. Trash, and trash.
And more trash. King Greek, we'll go ahead with you, bro.
A very buggy claw raid is better than the OLT.
Oh my God.
But you know what?
I agree.
I agree, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Think about it.
I agree with you.
Because think about it. A lot of people, for the time being, we played the OLT because before the raid, like Hyrule stated earlier, that other than the Cosmic Cube, that was really our only primary source of anything close to actual in-game content instead of just running around like a bunch of chickens with our heads cut off. Mm-hmm. The gear from that mission is horrible. Like 85% of it is horrible. Now that the raid and the gear rework has been released, a good reason a majority of people play that now isn't even for that gear. It's to use that gear to upgrade our pieces that we get from the damn raid. Not one person I know, except for maybe Harry, cares about that damn mission.
Damn. I don't even know who to go to after that. That was actually good. Slip, go ahead, bro.
I guess like to be completely honest, I want to go ahead and kind of like go on to what Greek was saying. Truthfully speaking, and it's not like trying to be funny or anything. Truthfully speaking, the OLT is good for when you don't have any time, and that's just what. And I'm not saying like time as in like 10, 15 minutes, but like let's say you don't have time for a raid, because I will probably do a raid twice before I will willingly go into OLT when I have no time. If I have like no time, let's do a raid. If I got to do some stuff, let's go ahead and do OLT so I can get, because the pieces that I already have, I'm happy with those pieces right now. So I just need those to go up. Otherwise, I want to see what the raid be like, and that's just kind of what it is. Because at the end of the day, like we were saying before, the random bullshit go like. You get to the OLT, and if you don't finish it in the first 15 seconds, then you have 35 super adaptoids, 17 of the turrets. You got at least 3 different one shots or whatnot. It's like at some point, it's too much at one time in one screen to say, hey, let's just do that. it starts to get slightly annoying.
Kaz and Blood, whatever one of you two want to go ahead and knock it out the park, please do.
Cash, go ahead, man. I'm gonna set this thing on fire after this.
Oh shit!
Oh god!
You go ahead and put the trash in there for you. It's definitely trash. I feel like it's a perfect example of what's wrong with the game. Like the gear is worthless in there. It's a waste of time. It's not fun. It's just like it's a chore, like you said. I mean, kudos to them for figuring out a way to make people actually have to play it. Because for the raid, I haven't played the OLT in I don't know how long, but it's still bad. It's just somewhat useful now, but it's absolutely trash.
And just one little thing, guys. Do you remember when, like, after the first completion, all you would get was like a blue ISO and like 5 upgrade modules? Holy shite! I mean, what the?
That's just one of the things that's wrong with it.
Why play a drop zone when you can just play an OLT? What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
exactly.
That blue eye when you could get higher gear from a drop. Oh god!
And you know what else is funny? Still to this day, randoms do not know how to do that damn mission.
I know.
Still to this day.
Or people get into it without the proper gear, without the proper skills, and they think, oh, I'm just gonna, load this thing. And
when you get that level 135 in there, they're thinking they about to, Bloody, you got the Birdman hands going, dog. Let's get it in, sir.
Jesus Christ, man. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. First of all, that OLT, let's see. If I'm correct, somebody fact check me, but it came out in July. I think it dropped July. I think it was the last week of July. July like 26th, 27th, right?
Good memory.
That's about 4 months.
It was the month before Panther.
July. So that's about 4 months before the 5 came out, right? It's about 4 months. But let's not even get into that. Let's just talk about the mission in general. We didn't have anything other than Monica, technically, where we actually had to have a sense of teamwork. That OLT, one, it brought us harder enemies. It brought harder content to the game. That's one.
But it's artificial hardness, bro. Go ahead. I'm going to let you talk. Go ahead.
Two, it actually brought us together when it first came out because we needed to. By the time we got to the Super Adaptoid, we were like, okay, we know it's a difficult. What statuses are we going to use? I think for the first 3 weeks of it, I didn't see anybody like really actually have it down pat because nobody could defeat it in 15 seconds. So then it's like an all-out brawl.
That's where you wrong at though. I actually watched. I didn't stream it because it was crap to me. I didn't stream it. I watched Ty Ruler in Slight Stardust's stream, bro. They went in the very first time and a Super Adaptoid was melted in 10 seconds. I was fucking lost. I was like, what the hell? Now, the second time around, it wasn't so easy, but they melted that thing the first time they ever played it in 10 seconds, dude. Like, it was the fastest time. It was like, is this shit broken? So, like, you tripping. You tripping. People was melting that thing, dog.
However many people play the game. That's 4.
I mean, there was Kamalas out there that was doing good times. There was people who was
Bloody
playing
is
hoops,
living in a sleeper wonderland right now.
There was doors with good times,
Osu makes a great point. I'll touch on that when it's my turn. Sorry.
No, it's y'all turn now because Bloody is pissing me the hell off.
No, okay. So Mr. Osu Falcon makes a great point. So when we ran it the first time, we managed to annihilate the Super Adaptoid, all right, destroy it, okay? We didn't get any rewards for it, and we were thinking, what's going on? What's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really annoying. So then we had to play it again and finally get our rewards after a couple of hours of it being up, which was fun. Not really. And let me tell you the best thing, okay, with the Super Adaptoid boss fight is when you get there and everyone rage quits because of the random bullshit Go Moon Knight meme, and you're left there getting fucking gangbanged by a bunch of robots like it's the fucking year 2099. And all of a sudden you go to get your happy ending and a bunch of toasters come out, right? And that's the Super Adaptoid boss fight.
You just literally killed all my monetization just now with that sentence, right? that entire sentence just
There's
murdered
nothing
my monetization.
sexual about toasters. What's wrong with you?
Bro, you literally just killed my monetization. Even Hyrule is like, yeah, it's gone, bro.
Okay.
Now I got the yellow edge, bro.
Let me explain a little bit better. Okay, so what they did was
The damage is already done. I just want you to know that. Like,
people
you can't
wanted
rewind
difficulty
time.
in this mega level threat. And their difficulty was putting a blue shield on basic ass enemies. Right. So the hard enemies, right? Hard mechanics. Oh, time. Oh,
Stardust, let me ask you a question. Would you rather have shielded enemies? Would you rather have shielded enemies, or would you rather have enemies like the custom harm room that are like 10, 12 levels higher than you, and it's going to scale your damage lower?
That one.
What would you have?
That one. The second one.
Bro, look, the entire chat knows you killed my monetization, bro. Look, dude.
do you want to know the super adaptoid's weakness? Do you want to know what the super adaptoid's weakness is? Water. All right.
Well, no. Hold on, because I think Bloody's onto a point here, right? Because like obviously you look at like the elite raid, for example, you start off at 160, you climb to 175 or whatever it is, right? Okay. So the idea there is that like obviously you start off like, and this is why like this probably should have came with a level cap increase, because what they should have done is they should have increased the stats of the enemies that you're facing, but then also give you a pathway to move forward. So by the time you get to that end point, you're able to kind of be going toe to toe against these enemies, right? Instead of just throwing, overshield here, overshield there, and just kind of like doing that, right? Because no one fucking likes overshields, right? I think everyone here can mostly agree that overshields are stupid, they're dumb, and they provide no challenge whatsoever. They're just there to kind of, kill time, the extra 5 seconds it takes for 2 throws of a shield or whatever it is, right? I think honestly, like the way they did it is that they overcomplicated a lot of their stuff with the OLT. They overcomplicated the actual mission design, throwing in Tachyon Anomaly, like the Tachyon timers and the overshields. They overcomplicated the boss fight, and because of that, they basically ended up with a shitstorm of nothing fun. When the actual mission itself and the boss fight, like they could have basically had something fun there, and then the core of that is actually fun. But because they overcomplicated their design of it, they ended up with just something that just wasn't fun,
Yeah, I think with the OLT, right, what it was is people were so excited to finally play in a mega level threat that was hyped up since Cloning Labs, right? Because that was supposed to be the first OLT. Right. And then what ended up happening was it was basically a massive Tachyon Rift mission, right? It was Kate's final mission, Tachyon Rift edition, right?
It was.
And that's arse cheeks. That's really lame. Do you know what I mean? That's really lame. So people got a bit disappointed about that. And I totally get it, because, I mean, once you play the raid, the OLT feels like a drop zone in comparison to size. But beforehand, that mission was so...
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Explain your whole point again. I'm going to be honest with you. It kind of just went in one ear and out the other. Were you saying basically that, like... I'm going to be honest, because I actually want to hear his point, because I think there's something tangible there that I really wanted to hold on to. Were you basically just saying like the whole mission is just like not good because it's reused?
No, I think
adding the extra
what I'm
BS
saying
by it being reused.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that artificial difficulty via shields, random bullshit go, all that nonsense, the time, stuff like that, the health, loss and bollocks, the Tachyon stuff, right? Was right. Really, really unnecessary. When
I agree. Never mind. Okay, cool.
I think that when people had an OLT in their mind, obviously Cloning Labs, for example, right, meant to be cool puzzles, a different mission, sort of, you know what I mean? And when it was leaked, that it would have a different name. I think it was Resolution. If anyone can correct me, I think that was right. People thought, oh, maybe it's a bit different. When they announced it was essentially the same thing, people were like, okay, well maybe there's something, you know what I mean? So it was quite mysterious, because people were like, well, there's got to be something different about it, right? Yeah. And then it ended up being a Tachyon Rift mission. So
I think y'all all were forgetting that it was like that beforehand. Like y'all just put that it was like it was before that. They did have higher difficulty and they changed it.
Yes. Yeah, no, when the game came out, we used to be able to fight 165 enemies at 150.
Right.
They changed that. That used to be brutal. Like the custom home room that we have now, was literally in the game. I can remember not being able to finish any of the missions.
Yeah. So the thing about it is they're trying to say that people having teamwork and talking about that's something that's already made pre-made teams. That's something that you have a group of people that you already play with people who are legitimately that are first of all when this game first came out, more people were on the assumption it was going to be single player mostly, with the multiplayer aspect being optional. And then the OLT became this thing where you had to have multiplayer, and then people had to automatically be part of a team. So yeah, you can say that about synergizing with your team, but when 80 to 90% of the player base was not even going into the game for that's not something that you can base a good argument on because of the smallest percentage of how many people thought about that. That's not something you can really go by,
Well,
get his ass.
No. But like that's a symptom of modern gaming in general, right? So like you look at any other game with high level players, like they don't cater to those high level players most of the time. If you do, you end up with like an MMO called WildStar that dies, right? Like the unfortunate thing is that like you have to totally like. Not a lot of those players are going to be playing that high level content, that 165 or whatever. But like,
I gotta answer that.
But like, you still need to kind of, give something for those high level players because those are the ones that are going to be like dedicated to your game, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna just say this, okay. If you're not in the as Eric says, we do know we are in the 1%, bro. We understand that our play styles and how much we play the game is a lot more precise than your average casual. No disrespect.
Your average casual Avenger.
No disrespect to you, know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think they should have penalized us. If you're not in the 1%, don't freaking play on Brutal. When Brutal was in the game, I was not in the 1%. I was still a noob at the game, and I could not defeat the difficulty of Brutal. So I played on Hero or whatever it's called, the normal settings, and I was just fine. My Thor was wrecking shop, and I enjoyed that. For the people who could play on Brutal, I don't think you should have took that from them because your Lejeune back in the day was enjoying himself doing that. It didn't hurt me to not play Brutal, just like it doesn't hurt him to not play normal. You know what I mean? I don't think they should have penalized us for that. But
I agree with 100%. I've always said that in every game when it comes to like PvP, PvE, different brackets of keep the sandboxes different. If you have if there's a higher level thing, people should have to get to it. You cannot. You can change a normal all day. You can even change easy all day. But if there's a higher level, if there's a brutal part, if there's a expert level, you leave that alone. That's something you attain to. You don't change that.
Exactly, the raid. I don't think everybody should be able to play the raid or elite raid, I should say. Regular raid, sure. If you can level it up and get there, but once you get to the elite raid, I think. If you haven't, like the game doesn't want to allow it to. If you haven't got to the right level, if you aren't the right power, you cannot play this content. I think a lot more content should have been like that. But I digress again.
No, if it's not broke, you don't fix it, right?
But boy, don't you dare say if it ain't broke. It's broke as this.
No,
I love the game. I love this game with all my heart. This is the most hours I have on any game I've ever played. But if you ever say it ain't broke again, boy, you will never be on Excelsior again. I will find a new.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay, wait, buddy. So if it's not broke, then what is it? If it's not broke, then what is it?
What? You can actually highlight. Yeah, there you go. 165. It was perfect. Like you guys already mentioned, if you weren't prepared, it's something to prepare yourself for, right? It's like if you just start the game, you probably aren't going to play on Challenge 4, right?
And see, that's fine, but you still have.
It's going to make the game unenjoyable for the person that just came on to play it. Like we already mentioned, if we are the top 1% of players that play the game more than anyone else, we're going to eventually want harder content. Well, the harder content's already there. Put it on Challenge 4. Right.
But at a certain point, it's not even just us being the top 1% specifically. It's more so when a lot of people coming into games like you can look at other games that have this kind of aspects like such as like what Destiny, so to say, right? The 1%, you're right, they don't get hurt, but at a certain point, it's more like they tend to listen to not even just the entire community, but strictly the casuals. And that's a mistake that the developers make with a lot of games because they tend to listen to the casual audience more than the rest of the fan base. And that ends up messing it up for everyone because I don't know if people remember, but when they took Brutal away from us, challenge level 3 and 4 was locked for the hardest. I mean, not hardest. It was locked for the longest time. It was locked for months. We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it at all, and it was annoying because at a certain point, for the people that was making builds, especially like build videos and everything, they were having a hard time seeing just how viable their builds really were in those situations because the enemies were not up to par.
Remember when it just literally took every other thing off and it was just normal mode? Remember that? When you couldn't even pick a different mode in the game? Yeah, I've been there. Stardust, you ready to go? Go ahead, sir.
I think the reason why they listen to casual players is because those are the people that are going to make them the most money, right? Yeah. When they flash a fancy MCU skin, whether it looks dog shit or not, it's the casual players that are going to buy that and fund the game. So if the casual players, like average Joe, were like, I can't do the OOT, it's too hard, my Iron Man's not good enough, even though they're power level 30, right? Then I mean, they're going to be like, whoa, okay, well, I don't want him to stop spending money, you know, I don't want that whale to go off to sea, I want them to come back in. So they go and grab
but then that goes right into what Divine Shine is saying. Then they should do a better job explaining builds. If not, put the links to the game, you know, like
they did a build guide, right? They did a blog, right? And all the builds minus like one were absolutely dog shit. Right?
I want to jump in at the start.
I was just about to say, let me jump in. But
go ahead first, Slip, because you called it first, and then go ahead, Kaz, after that.
No, I was just bringing up the first part he was saying, and just like kind of jump off games because that was where you could actually call me the top 1% at was DC Universe Online. They ignored their higher players. They catered towards their casual players. They changed the game to a point where it's all you have to do is pay a certain amount of money, and you can make top tier like
heroes or whatnot. Yeah.
Exactly, and most of their vets from like the beginning left because at that point it's like, if I grind this amount of time for, if you relate it back to this game, if I grind for 10, 12 hours for 10, 12 hours a damn day for gear, and it's basically useless, then what am I going to stay here for? Same thing with it. People would grind for skill points to make the heroes better in DC. And they made, like, in, let's say, being 3 years into the game, they made that basically useless. And at that point, it was like, what is the purpose of me playing? What's the purpose of me, putting the time in here when all I got to do is throw $20 in, change my powers or something else, and I can, take the flavor of the month and be cool.
If there's one thing I don't envy with Marvel's Avengers is the fact that, like, obviously I haven't played many live services, so this is going off just purely Marvel's Avengers experience, is that they have to cater to so many different audiences, right? They have to go to Marvel kids that want the game for Christmas, as well as the high rollers that are like, I want content that makes me depressed, hard, difficult, okay? Like so how do you do that? It's so difficult, and I don't envy that.
It's really not, bro. It's really not. The game is actually set up to do that already. It's set up to cater to every style of play base. First off, you got your campaign. That's your literal casual players who don't even know about how to build a character or anything. That campaign is 8 hours long, and it is damn good. Then you've got your in-game content for your not so casual players, not your 1% yet, but your 30 to 50 or 60% of the game players. You know what I mean? Which you can get cool MCU suits, you can get not so cool comic non-accurate suits. You know what I mean? Where you can play with other people online. Then you're supposed to have this really good in-game content for your top 5 and 1%ers, which is supposed to be your OLTs, your mega hives, your cloning labs, stuff like that. but the game just did not deliver, bro. And that's not anybody's fault on this panel. It's not the player base's fault. It's
I do want to chime in
literally
after that.
go ahead.
Wait. So
go
that's
ahead.
what I was trying to say. The casuals, that is the majority of the player base. Like if you talk to any other developers, that's what they do. Those are the people that's keeping the game going. Like when everybody left after they saw that bogus roadmap, and they was like, I'm putting this shit down. Those are the people that were still signing in every day, doing matchmaking, doing the dailies, doing whatever it is, buying new skins, all of that. Those are the people that's the bread and butter for the game right there. Right. And the top 1%, they don't really care about you not being able to grind the game, not being able to grind, missions, gear and stuff like that. It's like, oh, well, this is what it is. And we know the casual people are going to show up every day. And you see that just by doing any matchmaking on any mission. Like when you do matchmaking, like how long the OLT has been out, you can still matchmake and have people who don't know how to open cages, people who don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know to collect time. They don't know what to do because they just playing the game. They're used to the campaign story mode where you don't have to focus on those mechanics. And like you said, it's the developer's fault because they're trying to please everybody while ultimately pleasing nobody. The same with Spider-Man.
But I'm saying they can fix every problem that they have. Like now, they can literally fix. I ain't gonna say every problem, but the majority, the problems that we're talking about now, as far as casual players, not so casual players, and in literal in-game players. If you want your in-game players to log in every day, remove the time gating from everything. That's your in-game players all day.
Yes.
So if you want your casual players to play every day, literally put some damn comic accurate skins in, man, and don't charge $14 for them. Guarantee you'll have way more casual players because they really want to run around in their No Way Home suits or their, their accurate freaking Future Foundation suits or whatnot. You put that in the game and you're great. You don't even have to do anything for the regular casual players because your campaign is so damn good, and with the replayable aspect of it, just all you need to do there is add chapter select. Your game is fixed. You've got players all day long.
But see, no, look, there would be an issue because think about it. We're getting ready to go into year 2 of Marvel's Avengers, right? You still have people who would say after the raid came out, right? For like the same people you're talking about, the casuals who like to play the single player aspect. They added in the raid. They tried to play the raid. They played it only twice with randoms. They couldn't beat it, and then they immediately said right afterwards, "This content was not made for people like me." So I think that I'm going to put the game down. It's just more so.
You know how to fix that easily. You have CD with all of their damn social medias and whatnot. You start putting people up like Lejeune. I've completed the raid this many times. I'm running the raid with this person here. I'm running the raid with subs. He's showing you how to do the raid. Sadat does the same thing. I'm running the raid with subs. You need to promote that, dog.
No, but see,
people will understand what the dog. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I've been talking to him for a long time, bro. This game is easily fixable.
There.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, really. You have something?
I think the issue is not promoting people outside of the game. It's the education in the game, right? So, for example, to kind of learn how to do everything, yes, you're going to your Lejeunes, your Zadats, and everybody else who does build videos, but the education in the game is so pitiful that people kind of just play whatever and they're able to run through the missions as normal, right? So when you hit the higher level content, they're not understanding that there's a few different factors that play, right? So one of them is coordination, builds, and communication, right? It's like the holy trinity of things that you need, right? Without the game kind of pushing people in that direction before they get into the OLTs, right? The ramp up just isn't there. So then if the ramp up's not in there in game, then the only answer that they have is to go out a game, right? And to go out a game means that you're having to push your players to all these different things. But the ideal scenario is that they start teaching people how to do these things in game so that, for example, they're able to play the game. They're able to enjoy it at a certain level. They're able to kind of, get into, the actual part of the end game there. And then from that, they're able to go, oh, like this is really cool. Let me see what else I can learn. And then from there, then they branch out into the community, right? I think forcing people out of the game in order to understand your end game is a failure of themselves. And I think it's putting a lot of pressure on the community to kind of
But
explain
no,
things that
that's
should
what you
obviously
guys
be.
are there for, though. Ruler,
I know,
you guys are the
I
whole-
agree. I agree with you, but I think there should be more emphasis in the game actually to help players kind of get to that point, though, right? I totally get what you're saying, though. Like, yes, the content creators are there to provide guides and whatever else, and that, yeah, to an
I'm
extent,
saying
totally.
you guys are in the Illuminati.
Give an
Like
example.
you are, they come to y'all for shit. You know what I mean? Before this stuff is put out, you guys know what's going to happen. Why not use those same content creators in the Illuminati? I'm not talking about anybody else, just the content creators that they trust. You know what I mean? Look, we're going to put this in the game as a guide. Show you how to do this. Take this in literally, I can go into my game from the marketplace and click on some shit, and it'll take me to your video and shows me how to do some shit. Or put you in a damn horn room.
And there's a simple
put the June in the horn room. Show me how to do this real quick. Bro, it's simple. It's not hard, dog. And they're not using the go ahead.
No, but see, there's a simple reason for that, because High Ruler is right 100% about the education part, and you are right as well. But that's specifically speaking to the general public that wants to do it. You still have a large number of people who don't care to do the raid. They don't want to do any of that stuff. The only reason they even try it is because that's the only content that's been added post launch.
I hear you.
Everybody's
there, and I'm about to argue with you
play
just
the
like
campaign.
I argue with High Ruler, bro. I'm y'all kidding me right now, bro. I'm gonna just say this much, dog. The reason why a lot of people don't want to do it is because they don't know how. They don't have the education to learn how to do it, bro. They don't know about making a build. If it was not for me going onto YouTube and understanding what a build was, I thought I was killing the game with 0 valor with Thor. I thought my Thor was the shit back in the day. I had no valor, none. I thought I was killing it though. I was not, because I didn't know how to properly build my hero. They don't teach you how to properly build your heroes in the game, dude.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. That's what I'm saying, is that the education is not there in the game. So then you're forcing your players out of your ecosystem, right? Even though it's the Illuminati or whatever, you're still forcing them out of the game. The ideal solution is to give people the bare bones educational information for them to kind of form those, foundational thoughts. And then for that high level, I want to know how to one-shot these things. Then of course you go out, right? But the game actually lacks giving people that foundational information. So then they're going to content creators just even for that foundation, right? They're not even going for the high level stuff. They're going for the foundation that the game just doesn't provide.
Jazzy, hold on. Let me fuss with Jazzy real quick. Jazzy says, why would they post guys when YouTube is already promote that? Hyrule actually just explained that to you. He said you have to go out of your own comfort zone or your own area to do that, right? So is there any guides inside of Marvel's Avengers to teach you how to make a build, Jazz? Is there? Is there? No, there isn't, bro. So of course YouTubers are going to promote it, but like you said, we're only a fraction of the people. That's why they should do that, because we're only a fraction of the people. You're answering your own damn question, though. Like seriously.
One of the things. Hold on. Let's start it. I'll let you go after. One of the things they do really well with the skills is actually showing the animations of each skill, right? They show this skill does this skill does. It's a visual representation of what to do. What they could have done with some of these missions, the OLT and the raid, for example, is they, the first time you ever click it, right? So that'd be that Tuesday or the Thursday, whatever day it was. You click that raid mission, and it gives you like a visual cinematic of every different things that you have to know, right? So, hey, you may have to be able to know this or be able to know that, right? For the OLT, for example, there will be tachyon timers around the map. Make sure you go get it, or there will be things you have to do, right? It's a little things like that to go a long way. Of course, it ruins the mystery of it, so I understand for that as well. But at some point, there needs to be little cinematics or little kind of things there that kind of show different things happening in the game to give that visual representation of the expectations that players should have entering these endgame content missions.
Okay, so
yes,
if there's two things, right, that I think that I want to touch up on really quick is that when I said about earlier when I was about that they have this really weird, what I mean is that because all the gear nerds, all the looter fans that come in, the people that maybe aren't that bothered about Marvel but wanted to try a new looter, right, which could be genuinely quite a healthy audience on its own, right? You know what I mean? Those fucking nerds, you know what I'm saying? But obviously the Gears arse cheeks, right? We stick around because it's Marvel and it's a game that we love the combat in and stuff like that. But a lot of people may have come in, be like, oh, new looter game, right? And they failed at that, which what that means is that the end game pool is so much smaller, right? And that kind of idea of, oh, we can incentivize players to be the 1%, there's like 30 of us that are in the 1%. That's not enough. So for them to have to drag the casual players up to play this content and do all that bullshit is the reason why there isn't that massive gap between endgame players and casual players. And that's an issue. That is an issue, by the way, complete issue. But that is more with like player size. And I think that, and by the way, just go touch on the whole like guides and stuff like that. As much as YouTubers are great and they build every game, Fortnite, for example, was a game that grew from its creators and grew from like Twitch streams and stuff like that. It shouldn't be down to content creators to show people how to do. I'm speaking of chat in this one, but it shouldn't be down to content creators to be fucking doing the developers' jobs and telling people how to do X, Y, and Z. I shouldn't tell people that a campaign might bug your game. I shouldn't tell people that how to do battery. I shouldn't tell people this, that, and the other. It should be down to them. And if they aren't self-aware enough to tell people that, then that shows how little they know about their own fucking game, right? Because it only seemed like they learned how to do battery a couple of months ago, when they did that shitty little YouTube video series where they were like, here's how to do battery, where they showed clips of content creators doing it rather than their own fucking people.
And they didn't really explain what it was.
And,
no, they did. They just showed it.
Go ahead,
just Yard, I understand what you're saying about the science table, but again, that's another thing that you're bringing up that is not affiliated with them. That's somebody that you know took the time themselves to make that and put that out there for them. That's not specifically what the that wasn't like Brian or the other devs putting that out there. That was somebody on Reddit who started taking like data information, things like that, putting all this together. Every game technically has that. You got people that do that for Division, and people that do that for Pokemon. And a friend does that for Pokemon. Every game does that, to where they have people who are necessarily more inept for that type of stuff, and they do that to make sure that going with the mass majority. But it's not necessarily something from the company. They need what everybody's saying is they want something that comes from the company to say, hey, here's how you do this.
But like, and it just goes back to me saying that they have a team of Illuminati members who are pretty much experts at the game who can do that for them. Literally never mind. Yo,
this is what I was about to say. So it goes back to what Alien Father was saying earlier, where they want you to figure things out in the game, but that's kind of like a double-edged sword. So
yeah.
You don't really do that with a looter, bro. Like, you're not supposed to do that with a looter. You do that with a adventure game. This is it's more than just an adventure game. The first 8 hours is an adventure game, but everything after that is a looter. So I shouldn't have to find out from Tony freaking Bing that if I hit somebody with Sonic and Vibranium, I'm going to do double damage. I should not have to do that. They should tell me that in the game, dude.
That's problem.
You know what
I
mean?
The casual players don't know who the hell Tony Bing is, and when they find him on YouTube, they don't know what he's talking about. So
exactly.
They're extra alienated because it's like, all right, I'm trying to figure it out. The game didn't tell me. Let me look on YouTube, and now somebody's telling me about stats and numbers and battery effect, and it's like, bro, I just want to play the game. I don't know what any of this is. Let me just, you know what, forget it.
That's the thing is when people do actually understand the stats and understand battery, how the game changes, and you're like, oh God, you can actually do this, and I just got $1 million off of this. What the? It changes the game for them when they actually know how to play it, bro. That's another double edge. Let me stop.
I also, if you don't mind, just one last little thing.
Go ahead, bro.
Is that I think the reason as well, and I'm just going back to my point about casuals and endgame not having that massive gap, right, is because this game's obviously not fucking stacked with players. We know this. So they need to have graphs that kind of indicate, okay, the raid was worth our time because look at all these people that got to play it, right? If they focus on endgame only, about 100 of us, I'm willing to bet, right? They'll show that to Marvel or whoever the fuck, investors or whatever, and they'll be like, 100? Like, and they'll be. They messed
up at, bro, is actually listening to the top 1%. We want raids, yada
Yeah,
yada. If
yeah,
they would have
yeah.
just kept the damn Cosmic Cube and made it in missions like that, I guarantee you more people have played the Cosmic Cube than the raid. Guaranteed. Because you can complete the Cosmic Cube with a team of randoms. You cannot complete the raid with, unless you're 1% and you know what you're doing.
100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. But let's move on real quick, because like we're literally 2 hours in and we still got like 40 minutes of show left. So let's kind of squish this real quick. August, September was Wakanda, Black Panther, War for Wakanda release. I consider that the best war table we have gotten, because it was literally a week long. It was an extravaganza. They went all the way out for it for lackluster content. And I'm going to just keep it real. Y'all see me, I'm a Black Panther head. I'm a Black Panther head. I love the dude. The content was not there. It wasn't. That's just my opinion, though. Who gonna go off? Who gonna go off? Who gonna go off? King Greek, get him, bro.
What? All right. Well, first off, I got my niece here. She woke up. She got on ski mask too.
Yes. Go ahead, dog. Hey, niece.
Everybody say hi.
Hey, niece. That's fire, dude.
Oh, I love it.
Go ahead, bro.
The Black Panther. I do agree with Doom. It definitely was the biggest content expansion, before the raid that we had into the game. It was pretty fun overall. I was kind of mad we couldn't really go around Wakanda. We couldn't go around the city. At least we was pretty much restricted to the mine and the jungles. Which, don't get me wrong, they did look good. It sucked, but there were definitely some issues that came along with it. Like, I don't know if anybody knew, there was a very specific glitch with Panther that was tied to the OLT. If you tried to use his ultimate that revived your teammates, it would kill everybody and put everything it would kill everybody and force you into the respawn timer point, and you just have to completely start over. So
I remember them black balls that was running around everywhere. Excuse my French, but they was dropping black balls on people's head all day in Wakanda.
It was good, but it definitely had some issues. I even bought a whole body pillow. It's upside down though.
Yes, indeed. Yes, no, I feel you though. Ruler, you got you look like you in Wakanda right now with your background, sir. So let's go with you, dog. Shit, let me change mine up a little.
This man hallucinating that he's in Wakanda with all them gummies, bro. Let me tell you,
it was a lot of hype for something that was only good through the ones. It was. I spent more time watching their stream that day before it launched than I did actually playing the expansion. And I think that's a failure of the expansion itself, right? And now we look at. Now we're here in December going into January, and how many people go into Wakanda to run a mission? It's a failure of them to kind of not utilize Wakanda more, because they did such a good job at building out those biomes and those areas that now we barely even touch them, right? And it sucks, unfortunately, that what could have been so good was only good for that one day. And then it just kind of gets tossed aside, right? I mean, the raid itself, I mean, I guess we'll talk about that after, but the way they built out Wakanda and all of the trees and, the way they kind of built everything outside was so good. And it's just really shit that we don't actually get to go and enjoy that more. I mean, because when you think about it, the game, when it launched and then there and after, was hallways, desert, some forest, and then kind of a city, and then some snowy areas, right? They actually put in so much more effort, it feels like, as a consumer, to Wakanda than they did to all those other biomes, just because of how rich in life it feels like versus everything else. And it sucks, unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear you, and I'm agreeing with you definitely. So shit, I don't got nothing to say about that. We'll talk with you, Miss Alien Fire. What you think about Wakanda?
Oh. Just let me think. There's one thing I truly appreciated about that expansion, is that it brought us sort of new game mechanics. That was the first time we had some actual puzzles to work on. So in that regard, I really enjoyed it. I mean, and it was just so beautiful. Yes. The environments were just, I mean, I felt there were times when I felt like I was wondering if Lara Croft wasn't gonna jump out from.
Tomb Raider love. I feel
Yeah,
you. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
totally. So that aspect was Black Panther itself was, I don't know. He was fun to play, but there were aspects of the character that I didn't really like. But that's a whole other thing. But uh, I can't say I was disappointed though with the expansion. I think it did what it needed to do. But yeah, that's about it. That's about what I have to say.
Stardust is about to shit itself up there. So go ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
go ahead.
Dog.
Go ahead.
All right, listen. Hawkeye Future Imperfect was more of an expansion than this ever was. Okay, we had a
Ooh.
fucking story. We had next gen. We had custom harm rooms. We had campaign replay. Let me tell you what Wakanda had: a buffed operation. Okay, with a beautiful area. I'm not gonna slag it off. It was great, the operation, right? But to call that an expansion, you know what I mean? Like
Not
that's
without
kind
the
of
raid. Not without you
not
gotta
without,
add
not
the
without,
raid, dude.
See, they could have done so much, and it seemed like they went for bare minimum, which is the story of this game's entire life cycle, by the way. The fact that they named something a fucking horde drop zone, okay, and that is. Let me tell you what's horde mode about that. There's enemies in there. That's the horde
about
mode in
it.
there,
Yeah,
baby.
that's
Like, let me
about
tell
it.
you, that could have been easy end game content, right? That could have been, you could have leveled up, gone through the waves, gotten higher gear, higher rewards, maybe something really fucking juicy if you get to somehow wave 100, right? Ridiculous. You know what I mean? And then they should have dropped the raid with it, like Lejeune said. Even if they have to like delay it a bit further, okay, it comes with the raid, brilliant. But they decided that no, we have to get it out at this time because they obviously had a deadline, and it come out, and everyone seemed to forget about it. So, Doom, I said before that I think the story is rather mid, right? I think it's quite mid. This was probably the one time that I was like, okay, I'm pretty into this. You know what I mean? So I was feeling quite a lot of endorphins. You know what I mean? I was smiling, bro. I felt that serotonin levels. Okay, and what did I have to do with that? Go play Here Comes the Pain 1,000,000 times for Faultless Buff. That's all I got to do afterwards.
That's about it, and it's only gonna be a purple Faultless Buff. So yeah.
Yeah.
High Ruler, you want to follow up your twin, bro?
I mean, like, I don't know, man. If we got the raid in the end of December and it was absolutely broken, I could have imagined getting that in September and how crazy that would have been. Like, it literally would have set like consoles on fire at that point. Like it's tough because like I hear what Stardust is saying, right? Like, Hawkeye gave us more features to the game that expanded the game outside of the narrative, and Wakanda only just really expanded the narrative. So it's like I hear what he's saying. You know, if I really want, if this was just him and I would definitely debate him on the word expansion. But it's okay.
Of course, he wants to because you know he's a massive bully. All right, listen,
and your bully Maguire mode tonight. You better sit back.
Listen. Okay, the reason I'm like this is because of Hyrule. All right, it's influenced me to be like this because he used to bully me. Okay, so now I'm in that defense mode. All right, this is me. This is my Jarvis barrier.
Bloody Reckless. Would you like to discuss Wakanda? Because me and you did a lot of Wakanda together when I was able to play the game, my dude. So go ahead, man.
It was fire. That's all I'm gonna say. It was fire. There was nothing trash about it. I don't need to explore it in terms of not the palace. I just need to know
you played it for 2 hours and you were done. That's fire to you? As an expansion?
That's what I'm saying. Let me finish. Like, I don't need to walk around Wakanda like it's a game that I need to actually explore to look for comics. I don't need that. I just need to know what enemies are going to be in there. I need to know what sort of new statuses are going to be in there because it is an expansion. I need to know, how to play Black Panther, what build I'm going to get. Because, right, at that time, we all know what builds are by now, right? And then lastly, I need to know, okay, well, Tachyon Anomaly is here. Am I going to run something with 4 Black Panthers? How am I going to fit him in my squad? That's all I need. Okay. Everything else is personal at that point. That's it.
Me and you gonna talk after this, boy. I'm calling your house. I'm calling your house, boy.
That's it.
Your face is personal.
Doom, if you don't get this man docs like Cosmic Cube and you go around this man's house and give him
I know where he live at. I'm good. Me and his wife gonna talk. I'm gonna tell him and be like, yo, Miss Rex, shit on him or something. I don't know.
Hey,
Anyway,
Bloody,
You're
hey,
gonna
Bloody,
speak-
me
you're gonna
me and
speak
you
to
should take a
Kate
trip to
Bishop?
Coney Island. Me
uh,
and you should take a trip to Coney Island, man. We
You're
need to have a
you're
little chat.
you're gonna speak to Kate Bishop? I can't believe it, bro. I'm
no,
jealous.
his actual wife. No, never mind.
Oh,
Cass,
oh,
Black
thank you.
Panther, bro.
Yeah, you see my channel picture, man. That's who I was waiting for. It was
Okay. Well, can I ask you this then? Since that's who Black Panther is your guy, that's who you wanted in the game. Were you satisfied with what you got when you got him, as a whole?
from gameplay before you realize like melee, doesn't really get you too far in the game. Yes. As far as his, expansion, you know, if it came with villain sectors and more like Wakanda content to do in game, it would have been perfect. As far as like a 2-hour campaign expansion is fine. Like the story narrative is fine. Getting to fight two bosses at the same time was cool. Like I said, it introduced some good things. They don't really have the vision and execution to follow through on a lot of things that they want to do. So it's like, that's why you got teased about Loki, but there are literally no signs that he's coming anytime soon because they got to catch up on so much other stuff. So I mean, I definitely get why you guys were underwhelmed, but to kill 2 hours in the campaign and then just run around leveling him up, I had fun with it, but I definitely understand why people are underwhelmed with it.
Yes, indeed. No. I hear you. I mean, I definitely was one of the ones that was underwhelmed, to be real with you, but as a 1%er, I was underwhelmed. My daughter, who's 9 years old, loves the Black Panther Wakanda expansion. You know what I mean? She gets to go in there. She's fighting enemies that she didn't ever fight before. You know what I mean? She also gets to fight the same AIM enemies as well. It's a different world to her. She doesn't play the game like I play the game, though. She literally plays it for enjoyment, and she enjoys Wakanda. So, I mean, Wakanda to me was if you're a 1%er, it's not for you. It's not. As a average casual Avenger is, there's probably a nice piece of content for you. You know what I mean? It's probably nice. But real quick before we move on to the last and final topic, villain sectors. We went through January all the way through November now, which is we're about to talk about November, which was the raid. But from there all the way up until November 1st, we've gotten one villain sector, which was Cosmic Cube. They dropped the whole expansion and didn't drop any villain sectors with it. We could have had Crossbones, we could have had MODOK, we could have had a Mega Hive or a cloning lab, I should say, with multiple different types of villains in them, and we've got none of that. Whoever feels like rubbing their hands together and Birdmaning it out, be my guest.
All right.
Of course.
Let me tell y'all real quickly. Okay, let me get these back on. All right. So let me tell you, when Crossbones dipped in the end of War for Wakanda, right? He was like, too rich for my blood, like he's got diabetes or something, right? My man, I'm thinking to myself, maybe he's off to go do something. Maybe a part of the Spider-Man DLC or She-Hulk or whatever. Not seen him since. Don't know what that was about. The MODOK thing, obviously, that was a leaked voice clip, right? You know what I mean? There's a villain right there that they used once, right? Juicy potential, okay? And they fucking ignored that. Like, they can, you know what I mean? Let's do MODOK nameplates, advertise the show. We love MODOK. We stand MODOK here, guys. They didn't do anything with that. And I just think that, like, there's so much potential to do, like, a villain sector style event like Monica with these other villains that only show up in these stories, like Crossbones, that they decided, you know what, not worth our time. And by the time they finally do release a Crossbones villain sector, it will be, like, kind of too late because we've all just sort of been like, should have done it fucking sooner. Why did you not do it sooner? Are you dumb? Do you know what I mean? Like, Crossbones was right there for the taking, and you guys didn't do it, and it doesn't make sense. And it's like there's so many situations where that could have been a thing anyway, right? And so say, okay, let me ask you, everyone in chat and everyone in the panel, a question. When we got to the end of War for Wakanda, who was disappointed that Claw, you never got to fight him when he was massive, right? Who? Everyone here? No? Yep.
Nope.
I'm texting, dog. You do what you do. You got
Okay.
this.
So and then so at least you think, oh, come on, let's fight Crossbones when this is over. No, bro. Okay, and you got to wait for the raid to fight the big boy, and there's so many opportunities that they could have done with villain sectors and stuff, and they just didn't do it. It's like they just forgot the mission existed, mission type. That was it.
I think the thing that plagues them the most is that like our ideas are so vast and so expansive that they just can't literally do it all, and the stuff that they can. Well, and I mean, like the stuff that they can do, you look at it and you're like, half of it comes out bugged anyways, right? Like, I mean, like, well, yeah, I'm being a general. It's still holiday season, Doom. And I think the problem is that like, we always have these expectations, and myself even, but the reality is that like they could barely get the stuff out this year without it kind of breaking time and time again, right? So like to include, like, of course I'm disappointed that they didn't do another villain sector or more than that, right? Like, obviously, like that's one of my biggest things is like, give me more villains to fight, give me more things to kind of go against, right? But it's like, what is that going to be at the expense of? Is that going to be at the expense of a raid that's still bricks consoles and has invisible walls, or is that at the expense of a Spider-Man who can't do web status to bosses and they have no intention of going back and fixing that? Like you know what I mean? Like there's so much here that there's so much here that's already broken. There's so much here that's already broken, and then obviously as we want more things, it's like, yeah, like I want more things too, but it's like unfortunately they're just never going to give us more things.
Can I be honest then, with that sort of real negative mentality? And by the way, you're right to have that mentality. I mean negative in like not a bad way, like that's just what it is, right?
Yeah.
Is that like if they can't release the content they do now, which people see as quite minimal, without the bullshit, what hope is there for anything they want to release in 2022?
So realistically, so I already know where you're going with this.
So if you look at so say 2022 roadmap comes out, right?
Yes.
And they got fucking villain sector, I don't know, new event, this, that, operation, da. How are we going to look at that as a community, right? As a fan base, and genuinely go, I can't wait for this, when the entire year plus has always had some bullshit with it, where it's either broken and it's been minimal at the same time. You know what I mean? Like a broken penis that's still a chode, my friends. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to...
You're only as good as your last release. So...
Which is
right
really,
now, so right now we're on this kind of pessimistic, like raid sucked, in terms of the bugs. There was all these sorts of things that happen. Still haven't fixed some of them. There's still people who can't complete it. Spider-Man, obviously, kind of janky in some areas. Obviously the web status. But if they were to come out with She-Hulk, for example, in February, and no bugs, She-Hulk's very smooth. The animations are great. Whatever they attach to She-Hulk is really good. It's fun, repeatable content. You're as good as your last release, and then then that starts a little bit of optimism.
I don't see. I think that I don't know if I agree with that, because this game will always suffer. So if they do a minor thing, right, even a spelling mistake on Twitter, right, people will be like, "This is like the consumables. They're fucking up again." Do you know what I mean? Like this like shitstorm.
I know, Stardust. We've seen your Twitter lately. It's fine. It's cool.
I'm glad you like it. Follow Slight Stardust. Anyway, if you guys have gone through like and you've looked at it, every single stop on the roadmap has had some bullshit, right? So if one thing releases positively, oh my god, they finally did it properly. I can't believe that. I don't see the community genuinely going, let's bring on the next release, it's going to be golden. They're going to shit themselves, because it's like, okay, they did one thing right, please do it again, please do it again. And if they do, then it's always going to be that distrust, because since launch they still haven't gained people's trust back from a dodgy launch, and they still fucking with that now. So I can't see one release being decent enough to make people feel hope again. I just can't.
King Greek, sound like you got something you want to say on top of that, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. In terms of the villain sectors, right?
Yeah.
It's just,
yes.
there's really nothing I can say outside of at a certain point, it feels like the developers have just been kind of very lazy because, like I said, we only have one villain sector, right? With all of the villains that we have, with all of the villains that we currently know about in game, including the ones that we know about from the game's lore, the audio files, and the comics. For example, you have villains that they've encountered fighting alongside other heroes like Strange and Brother Voodoo. You have the Lethal Legion, which was, I think, literally in the first book, that was released in tied with the game. You easily could have added them as possible villains because at a certain point, I know that it seems like they've had issues with rights. They said that they've had issues with rights before in terms of like maybe characters or suits, but it doesn't really make sense since it kind of feels like they went back on what they said. Because one of the first things that we were told, they have access to over 80 years of Marvel history, yet it seems like they're only using the past 10.
Guess that. Bloody, you got something you want to add to this before we move on, bro? You look like you got something to say too.
I'm like this, man. Look,
what is wrong with your camera? First off, like your camera is doing some weirdo stuff. It's like going blurry. You know what? Just talk. It's cool.
It's not focusing. He cool.
It's auto focusing on me. But anyway, don't get away from the point. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Boy, what I told you about saying that shit. This game broke.
The villain sectors are not broken. How much content? Because I consider all of you guys content creators here, right? I'm not one, at least not yet. So how many times have you guys got clips from hitting 2 million, 6 million? I think I seen a clip that had 8 million on these different villain sectors, and you put them in videos. Now you're gonna say, "Oh, it's just a menial thing to the game that needs to be."
No, we're not saying that at all. We're saying we need more villain sectors,
I don't hit
bro.
millions.
We need the MODOK villain sectors. We need more cosmic cubes. We need more. We're not saying it's trivial. Yes, we can hit a mill on a super, not a super director, but we can hit a mill on Maestro and whatnot. But like, I would actually like to play some villains with some phases. Give me my cloning labs. I don't care if it's 4 abominations in there. I want to play something different. Give me a different villain sector. It's all I'm asking for, dog.
The issue isn't what we're doing in the villain sector. It's the fact we've only had one out of the whole year.
Let's honestly, if I can say, I know some people gonna hate me for it, but the way the game is going as of now, where it's at, it's not gonna support PS4 or I don't even know the lower Xbox system is not going to support that at some point.
What does that got to do with it?
Let me explain. Right? Because the villain sectors, you can do that solo. Really, it's pretty simple. You don't need to unlock anything, right?
Right.
But suppose like for instance, with this past Secret Wars, right? That's a villain sector, right? You get a DNA key from that. So if you have missions that are more turn-based like that, how many people dropped from that mission alone? So right, keep it simple. You got a warbot, simple. You got a spidercraft, simple. You have abominations, simple. You have Maestro, simple. Keep it simple.
Why you can't? I mean, you can literally just play the same damn mission that you played with Claw, bro. Like it's not that simple. It's simple. You know what, man? Rub your damn hands together, bro.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Put your hands together and rub slow. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. It's about to go down, act like you know. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. You know the motto, let the good times roll. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. Put your hands together and rub slow. Do the Birdman, hands the Birdman. Hands.
Ooh wee! Ooh wee!
Here he is,
the Birdman himself. Mr. Sadat the Gamer, the champion of Secret Wars, also the current title holder of the fastest OLT time challenge on Excelsior Now podcast. My 20 twin. What's happening with it, sir?
Birdman, baby, flying in the weather.
Woo! Let's run that intro for him, dog. They ain't heard it today on my channel.
Hello, salutations. What it do is Sadat the Gamer, all five of the Do-Rag gang. You know the vibes like a sprout. Let's get it.
Let's get it, dog. I'm fussing with Bloody right now for no apparent reason, I guess, about villain sectors and their importance, bro. We're talking about Wakanda right now. Can we get your thoughts on Wakanda and the lack of Crossbones villain sector? And go ahead and rub your hands, do your thing, sir.
You guys are arguing over the wrong thing. Like, who cares about the lack of villain sectors? The game has 6 months left to live. Like,
yes. Yes. Somebody got some damn sense. Excuse my French, because I don't like the first.
You know what? You know why there's not a Crossbones villain sector? The same reason there aren't any No Way Home skins. They're pulling the plug in September. Like they don't care. It's over, guys. It's over.
Damn.
This coming from the guy who said that Hawkeye would die at the end of the series. Yeah, okay.
Wait, he said what?
Oh, Mr. Sadat here said that Hawkeye, that Clint Barton
He was being
would die
facetious. He was just trying to
at the end of the.
He was trying to make your heart level rise up. Really. That's all.
Right.
All right, guys. Final segment.
I mean, they did kill the series. To be fair, the finale.
Oh, bro, we're not going there. We already did this already. Segment number 7, which is the final segment of the night. No, actually, segment number 8. November, we got The Raid and Spider-Man. High Ruler.
What up?
Go.
I really like the raid. I think the raid's really cool. I think Spider-Man's trash, and I won't play him. That's why I didn't buy any skins for him or the challenge card. But I really think the raid was really cool. I think there's a lot of cool parts there. I think I talked about this in like a video or whatever, but I think they did a lot of cool stuff. I think there's a little bit of missteps in certain areas where I think the flow of the raid is a little bit off. I would probably agree with Sadat now that a lot of it is just kind of like standing on plates or whatever. But I mean, like if it wasn't going to be a year until our next one, I'd be like, oh, like, you know, obviously there's like improvements that could be made, right? But like knowing that like more than likely it's going to be like 12 months if the game, you know, obviously goes 12 months to get to the next one, it's just like, yeah, I can see where there's a little bit of burnout, but I think it's all right.
Okay. Alien, since you're cute, go ahead and talk to me, people.
What about the raid? Is that
Yes,
what I'm
please.
supposed to?
Raid and Spider-Man together.
Raid and Spider-Man. Oh, okay. Spidey I enjoyed, but I mean, it's like I had no huge expectations about him, and I was like, okay, Spidey's coming to Avengers. That's nice, but like, if I could have given my right to play him to someone else, I would have done it. So it's.
Oh
no
damn!
big. I'm sorry. It's and he's fun to play. I brought him up to 150, but that's about it. Like I'm not planning on taking him into the raid or the OLT.
Oh damn! He's just at 150 and that's it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
It's like Black Panther. I did the same thing with Black Panther. I haven't played Black Panther in ages.
Damn. Slipshock TV. The Raid and Spider-Man. You're a Spider-Man ham, so
I mean, I had more fun with Spider-Man than I did with the raid, mainly because I was kind of just I've not been a raid person anyway. In most games, Destiny, things like that, I always kind of just wait on those because, you know, as per usual, they do have bugs in the first couple of weeks. So I normally try to like wait on those. I did see how a lot of people did, including the world first raids and things of that nature. I do like how the raid kind of set up. The pacing is a little bit annoying. I am used to platforms, so that's not something I'm upset about. Jump puzzles, be damned. That's what kills me the most. If we had put some damn jump poses in here, I'll be deleting this damn game. But because I can't jump for shit apparently. But for the most part, I did enjoy Spider-Man. It didn't. His combat, his melee combat lived up for me. The web shooters not so much. The web shooters kind of completely failed for me. You know,
Yeah.
they just kind of. You know, if I wanted to play Spider-Man with dual wielding, you know, dual wielding pistols, I'd have played them on Fortnite.
Pew,
You know, just
pew.
saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Just one thing about the raid. I really enjoyed it. I think it's really well done, but I don't like the way it favors flyers. I'm sorry. Like the
True.
certain parts of the raid, if you can't fly,
That's fair.
it
That's
makes
fair.
things
Not
a
applying
lot
to
Can't
harder.
fly jump puzzles.
Sadat the gamer. I kind of want to hear you go off, so please do your thing, sir. The raid in Spider-Man.
I think the raid in Spider-Man is peak Crystal Dynamics. Some very good ideas, extremely lazily executed, with clearly minimal to no play testing. And if there was any, whoever's in charge was like, it'll be fine. It personified pretty much everything we've come to know and love about Crystal Dynamics content. Like the raid reminds me of like some of their greatest hits, like the ping system, for example. You know,
the unfinished.
The ping system was supposed to be this very cool update where you can direct your campaigns, kind of like it was built up to basically be like how Guardians of the Galaxy is. And instead what we got is the ability to command your AI Captain America to run into a wall for 10 seconds before finally breaking down the door. And once again, is what we got with the same with the champion system, same with the cosmetic rework. It's the same thing. It's poor execution of what could be really good ideas. Spider-Man is incredibly fun. He's unfortunately, like every other character they designed to be a melee character, better played at range, and with some other means other than using melee. You know, the use cryo instead is pretty much exactly what we come to think of them. The raid.
Why did they have to say that, bro? Like
the raid is fun when it works, which is unfortunately rare for a lot of people. But even when it works, it's still fundamentally Crystal Dynamics. They build up the raid. It's going to be so challenging. It's going to be mini bosses, plural, and it's literally you fight a giant spider and then you stand on platforms until you have to fight Claw. They just for whatever reason, whenever there's something we're excited about Crystal Dynamics, they build it up one way, and as you should know by now, you're going to get the opposite. You know, it's going to be buggy. Sure, that's a given, but it's also going to be underwhelming and turn out that they oversold it. I'm not expecting any different from the 2022 roadmap. At this point, I'm not even expecting patrol mode. I don't even think they're going to do join in progress. I think we're going to get 2 hero events and Captain Marvel 2-hour story with a new biome, and we're out.
Okay.
And maybe they'll bring back the Red Room Takeover for the 5th time.
Hopefully it won't be bugged. Let's just go from the top on down. If you already had a turn, don't take a turn. If you haven't, please do. And we'll start with you, raiding Spider-Man Stardust.
Right. So for the raid, when it works, which it mostly doesn't, but recently it's been okay. I've had a relatively enjoyable experience for it. Right, it was my first ever raid, so I've got nothing to compare it to. So I can't say, oh, it was shit compared to, because I mean, I don't. Do you know what I mean? I don't have any experience with it.
It was
Whereas
shit compared to others.
I mean, for me personally, I made the same comparison to Dot did, where it was like you're standing on panels, you break shit, you move on. So like, if someone like me can have that kind of like feeling of it, and it's my first time in a mission like this, and someone who's played Raids before has a similar experience, then I guess that's kind of a bit of a failure that a casual raider can't go in and be like, "Whoa, this is sick." You know what I mean? But anyway, I think for me, the biggest one I want to talk about is Spider-Man. So we all know that I was waiting for this motherfucker for a long time. Okay? Long time. I was annoying High Ruler about it, and you know, everyone, right? And when he released, he was right. He's shit on bosses, so instantly makes him a really bad end game style character.
Yeah.
Which makes it really fucking miserable if I want to play Spider-Man, because I've ruined my teammates like to get through it quicker. I'm a hindrance for wanting to play as my favorite superhero, right? Which isn't fun. The whole like some of his animations are weird. That shit. He's a takedown machine to sell takedowns because his skins are arse cheeks. And I mean, look, for someone who was ready to put like 100+ quid into Spider-Man and get all the skins possible, the fact there's like 7 models total is an absolute embarrassment. And I'm so disappointed that I can't fucking buy like Symbiote,
No Way Home,
Spider-Man, no way home. Don't get me started on that. Would be.
I'm not. We're trying to wrap this up anyway. So, like,
but my point is that I was, for me, I was such an easy win in terms of like massive Spider-Man fan. I like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, right? You can't do no wrong, right? And still, I ended up really disappointed, which is a shame. So,
Ruler,
did he just say he's a fan of Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
Did I hear that correct? Wow.
Yeah, you did.
Oh no,
we agree on something.
I mean, it wasn't
Anyways,
terrible. You know, I like it as well.
Solid movie.
All right.
No, wait, guys, no, wait, high roller.
What?
You misheard me.
No, it's High Ruler's turn. You need to shut up now. Yeah, go ahead. No, shut up. Go ahead, High Ruler.
No, it's cool. I've already said my piece. You can skip me.
Go ahead. Stardust. Go ahead.
Did you censor me from talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, the greatest video game of all time?
Just let the next person go.
All right, Slipshot TV.
All right. I already went, so I'm good.
Okay, King Greek.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring back that lazy word. This is piggybacking off of what Stardust said about the Spider-Man models. First off, again, I'm gonna make this quick. The raid, when it works, is cool. It's fun. There are definitely some things that can use some changes, like for example, making it just a bit more easier for non-flyers, because non-flyers have the most difficult time. But the raid is just buggy in and out. Like when we did the Secret Wars event, unfortunately, Bob lost somebody when he was in the lead, which sucks. It's just we can't ever really get a positive out of the negative. And then Spider-Man,
it's his fault.
At this point in the life cycle, when the community has been consistently telling you that outside of MCU suits, we want more comic accurate suits, a recolor here and there, or a brand new skin made specifically by you guys is fine. You understand that you have those liberal creativities, but taking a model, slapping a comic accurate suit on a model that you use and calling it Future Forward instead of the actual name that it's supposed to be. That, I'm sorry, that's just lazy. There's no other way I can look at it. You know what we want, and you still go ahead and just slap it onto another model.
No, I hear you.
But King, maybe it wasn't their
Really
choice.
bring that up?
Maybe it wasn't their choice. Maybe they were dictated to do that. Don't put it all on CD here. You don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Maybe it came down right from Marvel. you know,
Yeah.
or Sony or whatever. So that
I don't ever put a blame on a specific entity because I am not in the boardroom. I don't know who to blame.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So I
No,
don't
it's
ever
understandable.
Just
put a
don't blame
blame on a
CD for that.
specific entity.
Blame
Bloody,
Scotty.
you got
It's
next,
Scotty
bro?
Most fault, 100%.
I don't even know what the conversation is on, bro. I don't even know what it's on. We went from skins to
No, we're talking about the Raid and
to-
Spider-Man, and that's why they were talking about skins because we were talking about Spider-Man. So the Raid and Spider-Man, I know you actually like the Raid and you enjoy it. You play it more than anybody I know, except for Lejeune. So go ahead.
We'll break it down easy. Very simple. We want more characters. We got one. That's a check. We want harder content, right? The 1% players, right, that we discussed earlier. We want harder content. Boom. We got it, right? That's
Okay.
it. That's it.
I
That's
hear
a
you.
win. It's a win-win.
Like I said, I'm calling your house when we're done. It's cool. I know. Miss Fire, did you do this already, Raid and Spider-Man?
I did Spider-Man Raid. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
Kaz, did we talk
good.
to you already?
No.
Okay, let's go.
So everybody said we got the Raid and Spider-Man, but I think what you guys meant to say was we got played. Spider-Man, you know, he he was fun to play, but it's like the execution as far as like mission content, like we literally got the bare minimum, and it felt like the excuse was, well, we can't give you more because you got Spider-Man. And everybody else, the raid was supposed to satisfy them, but it was buggy and nobody could really play it. So you essentially got nothing if you were working on PlayStation. So it's like it was okay. Like Spider-Man's okay until you realize his status doesn't do anything to bosses. Raid is fun, you know, getting to communicate and everything is cool until you fall through the floor or, you know, Claw, you know, power walks to you and you know, things go up from there. So it's on brand, but after such a long wait, like that gap between the announcement of the roadmap and actually getting the stuff that was supposed to be on the roadmap, I cannot call that a win. And with stuff looking questionable going into 2022, I wouldn't say that would be the best look going to close out the year, on top of having no cross promotion with No Way Home. So it's like I don't know what's going on over there, but it doesn't instill confidence.
Oh, I hear you. And to wrap this whole thing up, Jazzy Butters, you're new to the scene, but you're here, sir. So would you like to give your quickly thoughts on the Raid and Spider-Man before we get up out of here?
All right, well, let me do everything first. Kate Bishop DLC fire, Hawkeye DLC trash, Tachyon Anomaly fire, Red Room trash, Cosmic Cube fire, OLT trash, War for Wakanda fire and trash. The raid was actually pretty fire. Spider-Man overall, the introduction was fire, but the execution was trash.
You die on like all those missions and with all those characters.
Okay. That was it. Y'all know how we end everything off. Put somebody on the map, man. Make a unknown person a little bit more known today before we leave here. So we'll start with you. Start us. Shout somebody else so we can go, bro.
Burst-ZG, bro. Listen, I love this dude. He's great. I think like me and him have been getting proper buddy. You know what I mean? Playing the raid and stuff when it works. And like honestly, he's great. So shout out to him.
Sounds good. Thank you for coming on the show, my dude. High Ruler, put somebody on the map before we get up out of here, bro. Shout somebody out, make them a little bit more known today.
Yeah, I'd like to shout out small streamer Lejeune. Really enjoyed my time playing with him lately. Him and I have been playing the raid. It's been a lot of fun. And you know, I just really enjoy, you know, obviously spending that time with him lately, which has been great. And yeah, thanks for having me on.
You're crazy, you know that. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Slip, put somebody on the map, dude.
I'm going to use mine for the two that's on the panel. My homeboys that I've been playing a lot of games with recently, Casual and Greek.
Say that then, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for rolling through. My dude Cash, put somebody on the map.
I want to put Doom Squad game and Pink on the map.
Yes,
they coming
indeed.
up. Keep an eye out for them. The ladies taking over. Definitely want to shout them out.
Yes, indeed. Miss Alien, put somebody on the map, please, madam.
Doom Killer. Because what you did, sir, with the Secret Wars was just absolutely amazing. You brought the community together in a way that we had never seen before, and the future looks really bright right now. And I mean, because there's going to be a drought of content next year for sure between,
Well, we're gonna definitely put a stop to that, right?
Exactly. You got the formula, and yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
It was just amazing.
Appreciate you, Queen. Bloody, put somebody on the map, sir.
So many people, man. But
just one person.
Shout out to Johnny Rocker, man. Shout out to him. I've been watching a little bit more of his Twitches when I have time, and man, he's a really cool guy. Subscribe to him if you haven't. And yeah.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, bro. See you later. Greek, put somebody on the map.
I want to go ahead and put everybody that's currently in the chat, in the stream, on the map. It's a little different, but without everybody that's in the chat, none of this will be possible. We all wouldn't be able to sit here and talk and hash it out and have a good conversation with one another. So shout out to everybody in chat for supporting each and every one of us here and for supporting Doom Squad Gaming as a whole.
Appreciate you, my dude. See you next time. Jazzy Butters, put somebody on the map.
I'm putting myself on the map this time.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Put somebody else on.
I got benched for 2+ hours. No, I'm joking. I'm putting Always Nerdy on the map. He does good breakdowns.
All right, bro. Good seeing you, man. Twin, put somebody on the map, my dude.
Shout out to my teammate Genius Button for holding it down in Secret Wars, despite everyone else bailing, and shout out to King Greek for having the courage to wear a Velma sweater as an accessory. Appreciate you.
Boy, stop it. Twin, you stupid. All right, fam. It was good seeing you, dog. My person I'm going to put on the map is Aquatones. He has been rocking with me like crazy lately. Dude has been everywhere. He's been doing everything he needs to do to roll. So Aquatones, you are that guy right now. Appreciate you, my dude. With all that said, Alien, hit him up with the ending for me, babies.
Laissez les bons temps rouler.
Which means let the good times roll. Peace out, people.